Welcome to Once Upon a Tavern, a Dungeons and Dragons stream where a bunch of us nerdy ass voice actors sit
Whoa,
around.
whoa, whoa, hey.
They're not using it? Whatever. Welcome. We are not those people, but we do play Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are really excited. After last session, we kind of decided to jump ahead a month in game to talk about to kind of give the story a chance to kind of refresh itself a bit. I think we've been working really hard over the past 2 days to kind of set everyone up for this game, so it should be a really fun one today. But first, before we do, let's get into some announcements. First of all, some of you may be watching us on Facebook. So thanks for joining us here. Hi, hello, Facebook. We are still streaming on Facebook and Twitch. Does this mean that we're not going to be affiliates on Twitch anymore? We don't know.
We'll figure it out. I mean, Streamlabs
that's a later us problem.
Streamlab has it built in, so it's not going through. Anyway.
Exactly. So we're gonna see what happens and see how this goes. But we've received a lot of feedback that says, like, man, I wish you guys were just on this very convenient Facebook Live rather than the inconvenient for them Twitch .tv. So I'm not saying Twitch is inconvenient.
I mean, if you play it on your timeline, then it's a 0-step process, so it's understandable.
Exactly. So thank you so much for joining us there. If you want to catch up on kind of like, I guess, the first season of our game, all of our episodes are up on YouTube at bit.ly/onceuponatavern, all lowercase and no underscores. So go check us out there. And if you want to give us money, I encourage you to not do it on Twitch, of course. But Seth, where can they go?
They can go to patreon.com/onceuponatavern. Can you tell I was reading that off the prompt?
No.
I thought it felt really smooth.
That rolled right off. Rolled right off your speech meat.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go check us out there. We've got the tiers set up. There will be more tiers coming once we kind of get some things rolling as far as merch and all that nonsense. But, you know, we got to come up with some fire memes to put on t-shirts before we go ordering them things.
Ooh,
one of our great. You are always good at reading off cue cards.
Thank you, player who complimented me. Oh, Michael.
One of our t-shirts should be Mitch's naked body on a shirt.
Listen, I can't have him as my desktop wallpaper and a shirt.
No, I mean, like, you have his chest.
Oh.
I mean, in Twitch chat, that's what should be. That's what should be. It should be a giant Ben face right there.
It's just like D20 is over his nipples.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love it.
Laying on like a fur rug.
Who's
so
our merch person?
So am I hearing that I need to lose the shirt?
No. Whoever our merch person is, we haven't decided that yet. Get on that.
You really letting us down.
You haven't been performing up to snuff.
Tyler.
Non-existent
God,
person.
Tyler, fucking what, dude?
Tyler is too busy to be our merch person.
Dropping the ball.
Yes, he's merchandising other things.
Fine, Mitch.
All right. That's all the announcements I have. Oh, and also, if you don't like looking at us, you can always listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. It's Once Upon a Tavern. We're the same everywhere. That's all I have. If no one else has anything else to say, I think without any further ado, let's dive into tonight's episode of Once Upon a Tavern.
Hey, Google.
intro
Thank
video.
you for being excited to play.
I'm fucking terrified, dude.
So much has gone wrong.
I'm scared.
So, where we last left the party 1 month ago, you all were forced into a very quick and shoddy plan by Senator Girgagax, leader of the White Rose, a political intrigue sort of guild. You all were brought to the spire of the Senate, led an attack on it, and took a lift down into the depths of the aboleth known as Abraham's Lair. After encountering many different challenges and puzzles, you made your way to the aboleth, where Grimald, the once zealot of the group in the name of Abraham, drew his guns on the creature after it called him a coward and refused to give up information about his family's past, or his family's whereabouts. You all fought the aboleth in an incredibly difficult and tense battle that led to the death of Grimald. But Demetrius managed to resurrect him after using Revivify, after Varus cast a fireball down to the bottom of the aboleth's lake, nearly blowing it apart, allowing the rest of you to dispatch it fairly easily. You made your way out of the aboleth's lair quickly and as carefully as you could, and were greeted by Girgagax and many guards, as he informed you that he was very grateful for what you have done, but it's easier to tell people their god is dead than that he never existed in the first place. So he used you all as scapegoats. He promised that you would not be hunted by his people, but the citizens and the church would not be too happy with any of you. He paid you all for your services, and without giving you guys time, or without giving him any kind of time to change his mind, Aldus used a wall of water to hide your guys' escape with a fog cloud, and you all made your way out of the spire back into District 1. Once there, you decided to go your own separate ways, realizing that now is the best time to kind of lie low for that Aldous and Joe were not enough to take on this devil. They reached out to all of you and called for help, and you all answered. Our story begins as you all begin climbing down the ladder from District 11 into the Undercity. Reconnecting, reminiscing, and generally finding that maybe you are or are not enjoying each other's company once again. So as you climb down the ladder, what do we do? Does anyone have anything they'd like to talk about? Anyone want to talk about what we're doing here?
Thank you everyone for coming to our aid. I know that you all had very important things to deal with on your own, but I have learned from our times together that I cannot take on a devil alone. And while this may be more of my journey that I need to complete, I greatly appreciate all of you coming to my aid to help me.
Well,
Hey.
yeah, I mean, we've been in this for so long now, it felt bad to say no. Also, Sinrig made me.
That makes sense.
Joe, I have promised you my sword in the past, and that has not...
Oh,
Cat got your tongue?
I have
He's getting
promised
choked up.
to help in the past, and that has not changed. Anything that I am happy to give.
Happy. Gotta tell you, I'm shocked you survived this long. Every single time someone pointed at me and said, "Aren't you Zook?" I would say, "No, I'm Zonk," and then I would tell them that they're looking for you.
I have not gone much.
Dude.
Bruh.
We got 3 microphones in one room.
It's some wired mics in the future.
I don't think it's not that. It's not that.
All right. Continue, guys. Sorry.
Too funny.
I'm just opening up the webcam mic again, Matt.
I just hate it because it doubles my voice.
Can't wait till we can all just be in person and just always hear each other.
Soon.
I don't know what it is, but something with this combo of like Roll20 and Zoom that just mutes my mic constantly. It doesn't happen for games or anything else.
Oh. I'll message you on the side.
Sorry, where were we?
Just happy to be here.
I believe we all have the city's best interest in mind.
Mm.
So I think this is
Gotta tell
something
you.
that would draw us all in regardless.
Gotta tell you, fuck this city. Especially this past month. Fuck this city.
Yes, I would have to agree with our friend Sook. However, whatever your motivations for being here, I appreciate your presence, but this is, honestly, I feel that my intentions for this journey are very much selfish. But I appreciate all of you and your assistance because I could not do it without you. But yes, I do not know that my intention is not to save or help the city. But if killing this devil and killing Nardo in turn does help the city, then hey, more positivity, I guess.
You do not need to be selfless to do good. Do not beat yourself up for having a personal stake in this.
Yeah, because once we go down there, if he's got a scroll, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going.
Oh yeah, the only reason why Aldus was here, he doesn't really care about my personal vendetta. He is really only here because, well, why don't you tell them about what's going on with your...
Well, you know I can't get back right now. That's why I'm here. I know I look a little different.
Oh yeah, he's like an elf.
Yeah, there's an elf with just a giant...
Oh yeah. You guys can definitely like describe yourselves too now, because I know a lot of you had some costume changes.
Yes. Let's do that.
I'm just like an elf. I look like the main character of Bloodborne, but with a bigger hat. Oh, wait, no, that's Matt. Matt's the main character. Never mind. I want to be...
I imagined a big hat with a feather in it.
Yeah. I look like
like a musketeer?
Yeah, like a fucking, exactly. Like some sort of pirate musketeer, weird.
A highwayman?
That's all well and good, but I want to maintain I have the largest hat here. It's important to me.
Your hat ratio to body, I feel like, is the largest.
My hat ratio to body is absurd. It's almost 1-to-1, but because of that, it's a big hat. This is important to me.
Aldous just looks at you and his hat gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah, we just go back and forth, changing disguise self to make the hats bigger.
Yeah, so...
And then it's like when you try to drag too big in paint, it's like... Sorry.
Do you have any more to describe about yourself?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I'll go first since I was talking. There's like a little blue guy casting light. And he's following us around, or following me around. He's like just over my shoulder.
That's very helpful.
And that's roughly it. I don't think I got anything else super cool. Yeah, that's There's just a globe following me now. Do I still have that ring, Ben?
The ring of faith?
Yeah,
you
left
do.
it in the inventory, but
Yeah, you do. Are you wearing it?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
So Joe looks pretty much the same, except that she has a cloak on now that like is over her, up over her head that she pulled down once we got down into Olgaroth. And she now wears an amulet around her neck that looks like a piece of barley, a small wooden piece of barley that is around her neck. But other than that, her fist looks super powerful, and her quarterstaff looks just a little bit bulkier.
Love it.
Well, while we're giving descriptions of our new equipment,
Yeah.
you notice Dozer has a it's like the difference if anybody watched Mandalorian. It's like going from the original armor to the new armor, and I
love that.
So it's like he's got this, and it's not like armor on him. It's built in, so it's plates built in. So it is his chest is this magnificent silver glittery, not glittery, but shining, perfect, polished sort of steel that's unblemished. And then I have this, and then I have a great sword with etchings in it. So there's that. So that's what I have with me.
Very cool. Yeah. Dozer got an upgrade.
Upgrade.
So Urzo looks the same before.
You mean Varys?
Who? Urzo? Urzo?
Oops.
You miss him, don't you?
I do. Oh my god, I do. So Varys looks the same. He has a beard, long hair, top knot, or man bun, whatever you want to call it. His robes look a little bit cleaner than they normally do because he has 2 pairs of robes instead of 1. Still the white with the red in the middle. So, he has a new shiny bag that you've never seen him wear before. It's a fancy bag.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Also have some sick ass boots with some feathers on them.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice.
And on top of that, he also has a necklace on that's just one single pearl. Ensconced in a there's like a ring of metal, and the pearl sits in the metal, and it's just hanging around his neck.
That was some word magic there. Ensconced. Good word.
I got me one of them too.
But yeah, gel ensconced Rihanna. Sorry, that was a.
I'm sorry. Did you say Rihanna?
This is deep cut. Don't worry.
Okay, who's next?
Who's next?
I'll go. So Sinrig does not have his spear with him. Instead, he's got a powerful-looking glaive. He also has. He still has his wooden armor, except it has been upgraded. It has been reinforced and is now studded with stones and gems all over, because it's just so cool. And Cinna has a periapt necklace that she is wearing. I also have a cloak of protection.
And I should note that you all need, even if you don't have magical cloaks or something, it's gotten cold. So make sure you guys are dressed for such, because it is cold out there. It's winter.
There's a fact I wanted to mention. I don't really feel that cold because I'm a robot.
Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Otherwise, everything's the same. He still has his. He cleaned his eye patch. That's the only other upgrade.
He cleaned his iPad.
All this is still wearing nothing, by the way, just a loincloth.
Cold hasn't affected.
I'm resistant to cold damage, so like.
Those inside jokes don't work for the audience.
All right, I can go. So, my armor has changed from I'm doubling up on someone.
No,
you're good.
You sound good to me.
Well, I'm hearing myself. Let me switch my mic.
Might be Colin. Go now. Oh, now he's muted. Mark, you're muted now.
God damn it. Okay. All right. Can't win. So I'm also wearing Cloak of Protection. So Tyler and I have the same cloak on.
Wait, I have the same too.
Oh, hey.
God, we really need to talk before we go out.
One of you is going to have to change.
The glaive is gone. My armor has become a lot more. Well, it's a lot less like, city guard influenced, like I had been wearing. It's a lot more just simple looking. not armor, obviously, but just like kind of padded, protected clothing. And I've got a quarterstaff and a javelin on my back that are both kind of like glowing with, like sparks and like electricity you can kind of see in them. And I have well, the item is technically a circlet, but I kind of like to think that it's more like wrapped around my horns, kind of.
Cool. I like that.
Not like horns, but like dragonborn, like tendrils, yeah. So it's just kind of like woven through them, yeah.
Cool.
You done got your horns did.
All right. So, Grimald. Mark, are you muted?
No.
Oh, it's okay, but now I am too.
No.
It didn't work, Seth.
Going crazy.
All right, go for it. So Grimald looks very similar, but on his large, flowing, dark, nondescript stuff. Sorry, I'm hearing myself in my ears now. There is no signs of any Abrahamic stuff, whereas everything had stamps and like stitching emblems of Abraham on it. Now everything is just plain and just meant to blend in anywhere.
Oh.
All new stuff. Nothing is the same.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Growth. All right. So when we all met, I'm assuming we met like on the surface and then went down into a sewer or something, basically the same. Okay. So when we all met on the surface, you saw a man similar to Father Demetrius, but instead he was wearing gray robes and no face paint. He introduced himself as Father Gideon. And those of you who he told how to find him knew about my alias, basically. My backpack looks heavier. You see that instead of the mace and shields that I usually have, I'm using the ones that I found, or that we found in the Aboleth's water chamber.
And it's fucking sick.
Yeah, the mace is
beautiful.
The mace is sick. It looks like a skull, or it's got two eyes and sort of a V-ish shaped with little flanges on the end, and it's pretty cool.
If it's
I think that's actually a skull on each side.
Oh, is it?
I think there are 3 skulls on it. It's that from like a certain profile, but yeah, it's 3 skulls with like 1 horn up the center of their head.
That makes it even better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
All right. Did we get everyone? Who are we missing? Zook, did you go?
I'm just as fabulous as always. I wouldn't change a thing, and so I didn't. If anything, I have this just absurd ring. It's I actually don't know if I have a description. One moment, boom. Equipment. Oh my god. Okay, so it's a gold ring with a opal set into it, and that opal is in the shape of a brain.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm still fabulous, baby.
All right. You all make your way down the ladder and out of the tunnel, back in the Undercity once again. For many of you, you've come to know this place as home over the past month. It's almost normal climbing down this absurdly long ladder. For others of you, it's nerve-wracking. The feeling of coming down here again. Or the last time you were down here, you faced off against a creature pretending to be a god. But still, the air is quieter here. Still stale of a place that hasn't felt the touch of fresh air in hundreds of years, but still. Those of you who have been down here know that this is because that ever since the death of the aboleth, things have seemed to calm. As if the tension that everything had felt from this thing's existence just below them has kind of lifted. And while there's still aggression and there's still beasts who are mindless and territorial, it's less about survival and more about what they're about living. Eventually, you all hit the ground. The glow of the Undercity, once known as Olgaroth, around all of you. You could see the massive Underspire just off in the distance, the very same one you had traveled down to reach the Aboleth. But according to Aldous' source, that is not the direction you're looking to go. The direction you're looking to go is south. South, away from the Undercity, toward whatever. Nothing. Outskirts. Nothing should be out there, yet something seems to be.
The guy up there, they told me, the one at the knock on wood, said, don't go towards Aldus-Ville, go away from it. So that's where we're going.
Oh, yes. Just so that you know, apparently, since Olgaroth no longer exists, and Aldus, who, slayed Olgaroth, is now calling this Aldus-Ville. And not
Well, it was the wrong name in the first place, right? The whole thing was, the name was just the name of the guy. So now we can name it whatever we want, and Michael lives.
Honestly, that's fair. That's actually really fair. Yeah.
It's Aldus-Ville now, so...
Aldus-Ville's okay, but what do you think about Alduin?
Ooh, I like that a lot.
What about...
We're going to name it the Alduin. Oh my goodness, where have you been, man?
If I could change one letter, it would be instead of the O, maybe like an I, like a higher, like Alduin.
No, that sounds like that sounds like a quest I ignore for 10 hours. Okay? That's like something I don't do until way later.
That's pretty much what we did.
I do like the sound of Dozer Town, but I'll just keep that to myself.
Dozer Town sounds like what you say when you go kick some ass,
Take this guy to Dozer Town. Take him to Dozer Town.
That's what we're gonna say now when we get you to go. Be like, go take him to Dozer Town.
Go take him to Dozer Town.
And just like that, I
you make that a catchphrase, Dozer.
Oh, it will happen.
And I demand that you also sleep and don't stay awake while we sleep.
Oh no, I'm going to continue to stare at you. Don't worry.
Probably that's a t-shirt, by the way. Dozer Town.
Uh-huh.
Write that down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well,
merch.
Write that down. The person that writes down stuff, write that down.
Yep. We'll just go looking up this part in the video in a couple weeks.
Yeah, Tyler, just take a note. Dozer Town.
Yep.
No,
Yep. Thank
do
you.
it.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you. So minutes after this.
We need to get paints to paint flames on his body and
It makes me go faster.
maybe give him some frosted tips.
Okay,
All right, so
good
we're
job.
just naming him Killdozer now then, right?
Oh,
I
that's
like
good.
that.
All right, so you all...
I like that a lot. I just got it. Took me a second to give you right.
So you all turn south and begin making your way down there. Looking off to the east, half expecting to see someone standing a quarter mile away staring at you. No one's there. You make your way away from this this kind of wasteland of rock. There's no buildings out here anymore. There's no it's just kind of big boulders sticking out of the ground, sharp, jagged rocks around the area, kind of just this unforgiving waste. As you venture south, looking at what you're coming up to, you see that, as I've described before, this Undercity sits inside a sort of cave bubble, a massive cave bubble. So you're coming up to the wall of this bubble, the southern edge of this opening. Does anyone want to talk about anything, do anything on this travel period?
So, everyone's got new digs. What's everyone been up to?
As we've been walking, I've been reapplying my face paint.
I wanted to talk to Father Demetrius.
Yeah.
So, Father, I see the new robes and the clean face. Is that your disguise for us being wanted when you are up above?
Yes, it hasn't been hard to be inconspicuous when before this I was quite conspicuous.
You know the feeling, right?
It has been relatively easy to blend in.
Same here.
I can't say the same. Sorry. Actually made myself more conspicuous.
So, Father, what have you been doing for the last 30-odd days?
Well, I returned to my duties, making my rounds. As I experienced with Varys, though, the number of sick and dying have been dwindling throughout the city. It seems that the church has continued to take the dead and dying and move them throughout the city into District 8. For what reason, we do not yet know.
Just as a reminder, that's Coltiva, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Farmland.
they're
Yeah.
taking the bodies and moving them to 8?
Yes, Varys and myself found one such cart drop off bodies at a specific farm in 8. And that is one of the leads that we have to go on.
Did you burp?
No.
Oh, you're like in 8. That's a real
It came across weird on our computer.
no, sorry. That
I think
sounded
it was
bizarre.
just our computer.
You were just getting real metal on me for a second there.
Oh God, don't never again.
When you say bodies, so at first I thought you meant you said sick and dying, but when you say bodies, it sounds like they're already dead.
Dead and dying.
Dead.
Those who cannot be saved.
This is troubling. We should investigate this once we have finished down here.
Well, I'm going to be leaving if I get what I want. So, but listen. I'm not saying I'm going to leave you forever. I just have to get home. Once I know what's going on there, then I will come back.
I understand.
But that is to say that this devil has a way of plane shifting anyway. Because if he does not, then I am still stuck here.
Are you concerned that killing this devil may in some way upset the balance of the war raging between the devils and the demons? Joe, I understand your need for vengeance, but if this devil was looking for a powerful weapon to turn the tide, the ring, do you think that killing him will give advantage to the demons, or that some other devil would merely rise to take his place?
Unfortunately, that is beyond my knowledge. What I do know is that that man killed my father. For that, he must pay. However, that does not mean that we cannot ask him some questions before I slit his throat.
We're really good at that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and also, in experience that basically, no matter what you do, there's going to be a new guy coming in with more badass than the last. So whether we let this guy live and be the evil guy or we kill him, it's just gonna keep coming back. That's what they do.
Okay, well, I do not really care about another guy coming back. What I care about is this guy.
Well, yeah, I'm just answering his question.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
Sorry.
It's okay. The new guy maybe didn't kill your dad.
As we're getting closer, Jill's getting more anxious to kill him.
Who's a good looker outer? I'm gonna tell a boy to look out. Listen, somebody here should probably. What if they're watching us? Somebody looking around.
Yeah, I'll make a perception.
Not my job.
I'll join in on you with that.
I will also.
Not Joanna's eggs.
I got an 18.
24.
Ooh. That'll do it.
Senrig and Grimald, as you guys kind of stop for a moment and look around and listen, you two have become familiar. As Senrig, you've been down here for a majority of your month. Grimald, you came down shortly after dealing with some personal issues to assist Senrig in his job down here. So you guys understand the sounds, the movements of the Undercity now, of Alduin. It's quiet. Quieter than it's been in a very long time, but not in the way that, especially Grimald, you can recognize, not quiet in a way that someone is too busy trying to be quiet, but quiet in a way that it seems like a lot of the shuffle around here has kind of died down. It seems to kind of empty out over here. Granted, you guys haven't made your way this far south ever, because this is kind of away. This is near the gates at this point. This is away from kind of everything that you would be trying to get to. But it's definitely quieter than usual.
Something that I would like to mention to all of you that I think might be good to know going in. I spent all of my time in Ellenviertel in 11, hunting down, trying to find this devil creature and trying to find Nardo to exact my revenge. But I also spent time with the man at the shelter, Leon. And on our last day there, one of the members of the Lord of Hell, arrived at the shelter and said that while he's supposed to be opening the doors for the shelter tomorrow, they said that the Lords of Hell are preventing him from opening due to a safety issue, and that the order came directly from Nardo himself, who is Leon's father, because he is afraid of Leon getting caught in the crossfires. I have a feeling they may be planning something for this opening that is happening tomorrow. I do not know what. Leon did not know what. But we should know that going in. And then once we followed this man, we followed this thug from the Lords of Hell, and when he turned a corner, the devil was there smiling back at us, and he teleported away. Which is why we are here. But I wanted you to know all the information before we go in. I've tried to learn from my past mistakes, you see.
This is appreciated, and this opening may be more dangerous.
Maybe more dangerous. ...
Sorry, it had been so good about not muting.
And then you talk.
Well, the last couple times I talked, it didn't mute at all even. And now we're holding out.
Maybe keep your hand on it. Maybe that's what's doing it.
Okay, I can try that. That might work, actually, if it can't ever switch. It may be more dangerous.
Nope.
That didn't do it.
Your microphone doesn't want us to hear what you have to say because I think
life is a bit.
Just do the webcam, guys.
It may be more dangerous than any of us expected. We should definitely keep our ears to the ground.
I agree. Grimald, you look very different. What have you been doing with your time away?
I'm trying to dedicate myself to better the city. And for that, I have turned to Sinrig, who I owe much to.
He has come a long way. The road of redemption is a long one. But I believe we have a good man with us here.
Zook, before I forget, I have done some digging in the church, and to the best of my knowledge, they do not know of any way to reverse what has been done to those re-educated.
Thank you for looking into that. It's hard to hope anymore, but thank you.
Zook is... Remind me of his name?
Kellen.
Kellen. Is Kellen okay? Is he still with Klaus?
He's still with Klaus. And okay, no, he is. His condition is the same as it was. With no improvements. Honestly, immediately after dispatching the Aboleth, it was arguably worse than it ever has been. He's back to the recent normal now, but far from his original normal from years ago.
My God.
Aldous, do you know anything about how aboleths connect with people? Can they cause some sort of long-term damage?
Rolling a nature check.
Do it.
That was not your voice.
That's a medicine check, but we'll take it.
I was switching back and forth.
What was that?
Sucks because
16.
16. From your knowledge of aboleths, this kind of lasting damage, you've you couldn't have gone through the city without hearing about the catatonic state of those who were re-educated, and even in Kellen's case, Kellen was not re-educated directly. He seems to be experiencing the same effects, but he was not re-educated directly. This kind of power and this kind of control the aboleth witnessed is nothing an aboleth can do by itself, period. There's clearly some kind of outside help it had in expanding its power in this way.
Sorry, finish writing. Well, that is what's weird. Because knowing the Aboleth, they don't wield that much power. The reason it could only take control of us when we were down there is because we were close enough. It is rare that they have that much power, which makes me think something or someone was perhaps helping it. So the source of this re-education or these connections we're finding is not the Aboleth.
I can shed some more light on that, actually. So in my previous life, seems like a lifetime ago, I was not... I hate you the most now. Wrong button, sorry. Trying to get to that backstory for the specifics. Anyway, so before I was a wizard for hire in this pinnacle of transmutation magic that you see before you, I was a thief. I was a thief for hire, always for hire. I'm big on contracting. And in that time I spent as an arcane trickster, I was hired by the senators.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, the senator. Sorry, I almost said legacy seekers. I was hired by the senators to come down here, and that's how I kind of earned my knowledge of this place. And in doing so, I was ordered to recover an artifact, and that artifact, I was told, don't touch it, which is hard for me not to do. And I had to leave Kellen alone at home, and he went snooping, and he found it. Just gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
And he touched it, and that's what did this to him. And I had no it had no ties to the re-education. He had no ties to the re-education. They re-educated him, or tried to, because his mind was destroyed by this artifact. And then it wasn't until the aboleth was kind of the link tying this all together that I suspected having anything to do with him. Even still, I don't believe that the artifact is wholly of the aboleth's making. I think it's something worse.
What does it look like?
It looks like
it's like you never described it.
Yeah,
I guess in my mind, I see it as kind of a lantern almost. It's not exactly a lantern, but it has like a little handle on it, and it's got like a circle in which light had come out of it, and it's kind of like got that ancient technology look to it, where it's just kind of slapped together. But
can I arcana?
He doesn't have it. You would need to see it in order to arcana it.
All right.
What about like a history, or like hearing anything about that? Is that a?
You can, but I'd give you guys disadvantage on that, since you're not really like,
we don't.
You're not
know
really
what it looks
looking at it, and yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Like it could be a lot.
We should inspect this when we have a chance and are back above.
I don't have it anymore.
Oh,
yeah, I completed the job. So the senators would have it, last I heard.
Perhaps Girgax can do us one more favor and find it for us.
Well, an idea I had was that this re-education process, near and dear to my non-existent heart, is
Did you just do a joke? Was that a joke?
No, it doesn't exist. So, I wanted to say that perhaps it was more integral to society down here in Olgaroth, or Dozer Town, as I'm beginning to call it. Was it Aldus-Ville?
Alduin.
Alduin. Let's call it Alduin. Perhaps it's more prevalent to do some research on the society down here. I mean, we set up base down here over that Etten layer, and we've been, going back and forth. I've been, on the streets a little bit, beating up some commanding officers from the military and trying to get as much information there as I can. But, yeah, I think that maybe exploring these two paths with perhaps the, people up there and then the society down here might be a better balancing act we can do in whatever order we need to, but I think we stick together on it.
You have been camping out down here.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
We figured it was good to have a place that we could flee to that was safe. We spent a lot of time in our previous endeavor running around like chickens with our heads cut off, and honestly, we covered even more ground than a chicken would, so...
The old Etten layer that we had slain, we fixed it up and made a little base out of it.
It's pretty dope.
Who all did this together?
Most of us. Me and Zane started by attempting to map out the ins and outs of Olgaroth up above, and Zane and Zook and Dozer, in their free time, helped us as well, until a few weeks ago Grimold joined us as well.
Yes, we all have our own embroidered bean bags. It's pretty cool.
It's very nice.
We got a mini fridge.
Some wall adornments. It's very nice.
Zima for days, and then
I put out one of my original flyers from the Zonk Garrick show with Zinarkinsek.
Can I see?
Oh, you got a trophy corner.
Could I see this map that you talk of, Sinrig, for Ogora?
Yes, it started with Jana marking
You
her
had that
known
ready.
locations of how to get into Olgaroth from the different districts, and so we started scouting them out. I have learned a little more of this city now. I can say I have been to 3.
Perfect. Good.
Congratulations.
Yes. So
I'll actually, sorry to interrupt. I'll actually put together a little map of Olgaroth that you've worked on.
Aw, cute.
cool.
So have you guys been to this area in which we are journeying now? Do you have any insight as to what we are headed
Not
in?
this far south, no.
None at all.
Right.
That's what makes it an adventure, and also what made it so Sinrig had to demand that I come.
a lot of our mapping also had to do with ways to travel between different districts. So, this was kind of out of our area of immediate expertise.
So you have found ways in order to travel between the districts without getting
Yes,
caught.
I think I've been to most all of the districts at this point. We found this way we do not need papers in case those get lost again. I never really had any, I guess.
I know we had them for maybe a day, and then we can't even use them. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, you could. Oh, no, you couldn't.
No, because it doesn't look like me. Yeah.
Well,
So yes.
Is this just the wall? Are we at the wall now?
wow.
Unless anyone has anything else they'd like
I
to
was
talk
just curious.
about.
I'm not trying to cut
Trying
it.
to roleplay, Michael.
It's a bit of a walk. Like
I
there will
do-
still undoubtedly need to be some fast forwarding. So
Yeah, I do want to take Dimitri, or at least walk up to Demetrius at one point when we have a moment. Father Demetrius, I have a favor to ask of you.
Of course.
And I'll hand you a small satchel. There is powdered silver in this satchel. Could you potentially make holy water for me?
Oh, this is good.
I don't know. Can I?
Yes. It in your free time, from what I understand, it should only take one level 1 spell slot.
Oh, is that all? Okay.
One level 1 spell slot.
somewhere Gur screams.
If we have any downtime before going to sleep one night, potentially just spending a little time to do this for me. There is no rush.
It's worth also noting that it takes 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver.
Yeah, I had bought the powder. I was going to buy the holy water, and then I realized that this would be a little more symbolic.
All right. If you
so I
if
just
you
spent
bought
the money on the powdered silver.
All right, sounds good.
Of course. I would be more than happy to oblige when we have some downtime.
I appreciate that.
How are you feeling these past few weeks?
Better. I was full of rage after my eyes were opened, and I've come to learn that my eyes opening was a good thing, and that I should not be angry at the blind, but pity them.
Now you know how we felt.
That is an improvement, to be sure.
They spent a lot of time training me. I intend on using all of that training for good.
I want you to know, Grimald, that my aversion to you was nothing personal. In my time in this city, I knew many like you. I was taken at a young age and put into the church schools that were around before re-education. The seminaries, if you will. And it was in those seminaries that I learned to dislike people like you. But, as you have shown me, not all inquisitors or people that follow Abraham, even still today, are like them. Not all of them have malice in their hearts. And for that, I must thank you for helping me see that.
Father, it is only I who owes thanks. Damn it, April. I just...
That's so sweet.
So nice.
I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm just kind of espousing myself. Maybe I should talk to Zook.
Are you riding him right now, Zook? Or are you riding your dog?
Oh no, I'll be riding my dog right now because we've been down here so much that I feel comfortable bringing him around. I feel like it's safe enough to bring him.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say that so throughout this whole thing, I've been trying to figure out why I, as a Warforged, am like this. Why am I awoken? And I've been trying to figure that out for a while now, and there's no other one like me, according to my sources. And I don't understand why I am like this.
I think, well, sorry, continue.
No, I was going to ask you. Go ahead.
Do you think that if any other Warforged had awakened that they would be like you? Do you think that simply in being awoken, they would end up being introspective as you are? Or do you think that they would be, confused and have their own free will, but would probably consider on the path that they were on?
I mean, that's a fair point. That's just part of our makeup, is that we continue with our routine. I mean, Warforged need routine. I still need routine. It's militaristic. I need my routine.
I think that whatever gave you that, what I affectionately call, and probably incorrectly call, a soul, I think whatever gave that to you knew what you were going to do with it.
Do you think that you don't think that it's just a natural phenomenon? You think it's something that decided that I need?
I'm a master of the arcane, baby. Nothing's natural.
Oh, you always know. Alrighty. Well, I would think that if something were to choose me, I'd be confused about why. And obviously the things that the only source of power we found is in this place. It was partially the aboleth, but it was really something that is sourced in this under realm area, and I think that is something that we need to find. I think there's some sort of power down here.
There's absolutely power down here, but I don't think that's the power that gave you what you have. I think what's down here is evil, or at least spawns from it and influences it. I think whatever gave you that soul was good, and knew that if they gave you that gift, you were going to do good things with it, even if it was just being my best pal.
Oh, God. That's out of character. Well, that sounds sissy as fuck, so...
There's so many good feels right now.
It's the only thing. It's the only way to do it. I'd probably, if I were in person, I'd probably give him a tapper or something.
Well, grab his whole dick.
Yeah, the whole thing. So, Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I'm good or evil. I think I'm neither way. But we shall see. I hope. We shall find out. I hope.
I already know. I just hope down here you're able to see what I see.
Wait, you know? Why haven't you told me yet?
I keep trying to tell you that you're good, but then you do that thing where you just stare at me and I can't even tell if you're on.
Well, I don't have facial things, so...
Believe me, nobody's more acquainted with that fact than me.
Of course. But it's hard to read sarcasm with this. I try not to use it as often.
Try doing it without facial expressions. Try trying to read that. Yeah. I read spell books. I can't even read you.
Oh, well, anyway, so wherever this power resides, it awakened me, and I want to know why and who it was.
It lives in you.
Or what it was.
It lives in me.
Hey, in my way, hey.
The best Lion King song.
It really is.
Oh, no, don't say that. Don't say that. They just got our stream. That was cease and desist from Disney.
Disney owns all.
Tiger!
It was less than 7 seconds.
The mouse!
And it was a cappella. They'll never know.
You think Disney cares about
and
seconds?
not just any acapella, bad acapella. They'll never know.
It was fair use. All right.
Oh yeah, Doza got a degree in patent law actually in this past month.
Yeah.
No. That's been 100% realistic. He couldn't do that in a month.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do a patent law degree, you need to tell me, and we can start to work out a scheduling plan as long with credit hours and the cost.
But with the civil unrest, the semester is likely to be interrupted.
Listen,
So if you just send an email to the registrar,
listen, I don't understand why I need an elective if I'm going to be paying for it myself.
Because you're paying for it yourself, and we want that money.
You sons of bitches.
And then after you graduate, they'll still ask for money.
District 10 Community College, of course.
I just want to go up to Zane and talk to him really quick before you.
Go ahead. Take your time.
Zane, how have you been? I know that you had a pretty tough go of it with your father and your family. How have you been holding up?
Better than I would have thought. To be honest, something that Sinrig and I had spent much time discussing before our departure a month ago was that maybe it would be best for me to discover my own path to move forward rather than trying to follow in my father's footsteps. And I had been kind of fighting that for some time until, I no longer wanted to follow my father's footsteps for many other reasons apart from finding my own path. So I decided to take out on my own, and I left my household. Sinrig is great company, and Cinna
Mark,
is a
just
great
time
pillow.
out. I hate to interrupt you, but I'm going to time you out really quick.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry guys.
I figured it out.
Oopsies.
We're good.
We're back. Sorry about that again. Go ahead and what were you saying, Mark? Sorry, dude.
No, it's all good. So Cinna, Sinrig has really taken me kind of under his wing and has been teaching me all about where he comes from and teaching me all about nature and just many things that I never really took the time to look at. So it's been interesting. It's been very interesting. Oh, also, we've kind of been stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. That's
You see
that's
Joe's
been happening.
light up. She is so thrilled by this.
That's
You've
weird
done
because
what?
I'm still poor.
Hey. No, I'm kidding. You've been doing what?
We mentioned that we've been searching for ways to get from district to district, and mapping out Alderoth Yeah, they were kind of a means to an end of helping to right some of the wrongs that I didn't realize were happening within the city.
Yes, this is, I mean, I am, as you know, I am from 11, and I grew up in not the greatest conditions and was an orphan for much of my childhood and much of my youth. So this warms my heart to see some of the companions in which I was traveling with who frustrated me for not knowing the struggles that the common folk go through in the city. It really does warm my heart to see such a change of heart in you, and to see that your eyes, both you and Grimald, have been opened to what the life of the people in the city is truly like. That is incredible that you guys have done that. And Sinrig seems like such a wonderful person. Giant folk. Herbal? Furbolg.
Yes.
I don't know if person is like an accurate term to use in the D&D universe to describe all people. Creature?
There's one thing I know about Sinrig, is that he wouldn't care whether you called him a person or a whatever.
Well, I am glad to hear that you are doing better. And I'm so glad to hear that you are taking away from those who have taken so much and giving to those who do not have anything.
Yes, it feels like the right step to take to undo some of what my family has plagued upon this city.
Did your journeys take you guys to 11? I'm curious because if you guys have been giving to the poor, when I was with Leon, he got this very generous donation to the shelter. I thought maybe it was of malicious intent.
Malicious how?
Zane, could you help me up here? I think I just want to look at some tracks potentially.
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank you.
If you'll excuse me, Joe.
Okay.
I slip away then, I guess.
I thought I saw something over yonder. You remember everything I've taught you about tracking and perceiving. I just want you to take a look and see if you notice anything.
Yes, of course. Just so we're clear, I haven't taken any bonuses to any of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I do like that though. This is fun. Oh, this is fun.
Is he multi-classing?
No.
Oh.
6 nature check.
Oh.
He means
sorry,
fun like underwater combat.
That was a 6 nature check on what?
The tracks, you said? Or was this just a roleplay thing that I'm?
It's a roleplay thing, but yeah,
Okay.
no, there are tracks.
a 6 nature check on the tracks that he's pointing out to you. You are still learning tracking from Sinrig, but you don't really see tracks, though you're not sure if it's because you don't see them or because they aren't there. So,
yes, these tracks I see. Yeah.
You don't see anything, do you?
No, I don't.
That is okay. I wasn't sure. I just wanted a second opinion.
Well, what can you tell me about these tracks?
No, there are none. There are none. There is. I was now I can confirm there is nothing here. Then can I make an actual survival check? Maybe there's nothing here.
You can.
Creating tracks from nothing.
Ooh, I just got a 13.
All right. No, there's no tracks. Stop it. No, I'm kidding.
My mistake.
I just realized I gotta talk to Sin. Listen. Oh, Sinrig, 1 second.
Yes.
So this thing, remember we talked about this staff you have, right? Does that plane shift?
staff I have, my spear?
No, the staff you had that got stolen from you.
Oh, the divining rod. No, an artifact of my people that allowed us to track portals opening up between the Feywild and the material plane. It did not actually allow us to open portals. It was more of a sensory thing.
That's okay, alright.
Sorry, my friend.
Aldous looks dejected.
I'll figure it out, don't worry.
We will
If
find
anything,
a way
I
to
just
get
have to
you.
wait. I just have to wait until I can cast level 7 spells. And then I'll get back, it'll be fine.
All right. Anything else, guys?
Got everything.
All right.
Good for me.
So, you all continue on, approaching this giant, vast face of rock that just kind of domes up to the ceiling. As you approach, you notice holes in the rock. One off to your left, another one in front, another one to the right, another one, just way down, just tunnels, all sorts. They look like little dots from far away at first, but as you get closer, you can tell they're tunnels. As to what made them, how old they are, well, you would need to investigate further. But it seems to be that there are all sorts of little caverns or paths or various little hideaways that lead away from the Undercity further into the Underdark. And, may I add, out below the ground past the gates.
Of the entire city?
Yes. If you're looking at it right now, you're thinking you're about at the gates now with this giant rock wall.
So it looks like somebody knew that they could leave. How old are these tunnels? Sinrik, can you tell?
Yes, let me take a look. Is that survival, nature? What would that be?
Investigation or nature.
Do Zook and Dozer know of anything, or have you heard of anything of these mysterious tunnels?
I want to.
I could tell you guys, you guys don't even need to roll on that one. No one's ever come this far south because no one's ever needed to. There's nothing. There's no buildings over here. There's no ruins over here. It's just boulders.
Nothing valuable never came.
You can see me like hovering.
Come here. There was no reason to come here.
You can see me like hovering behind Cindrig, kind of watching, observing him.
Yeah, you see me
cipher.
kind of like I'm like going, kind of like touching the rock, feeling it, getting up close. I like get a little lick. I got a 20. I got a 20 nature.
That counts as help if you want to roll with advantage.
Oh, sure. It is a 20 nature.
All right. Looking at these tunnels, you're within walking distance, very quick walking distance of two of them right now. And looking at each of them, the rock has kind of eroded. You could feel like wind coming down the tunnel, as this is now a wide open space, of course, implying that there's some sort of exit down each tunnel.
Zane, what do you feel here?
Is this another trick or?
No, this is real. What do you feel?
Okay. I feel a wind. Is that?
Yes. What do you think this would mean?
This tunnel goes somewhere. Sorry. Do any of the other tunnels feel that way? Can I make a check as well, since he's trying to like teach me? Is it just the one tunnel? Yeah.
What do you want to roll for this? I guess is the question at the end of the
day. I guess I don't know, because I don't know if it would. I don't want to make just the same check. I guess like in like insight to kind of like decide.
Nah, insight's more for
investigation. I would think investigation because you know what you're looking for.
Right, investigation is what I meant. So a 21.
21.
Yeah.
The wind is kind of soft, so what he's getting at here and what he probably knows is that whatever entrance there is down there, it's far away. It's quite far, in fact. He also, and this is for you too, Sinrig. So you both, as you look at it, the stone on the walls has like eroded at this point. So it's got like kind of a wavy look to it, implying years and years of air erosion on the walls. These tunnels could be as old as the city itself.
Very cool.
So are they old or?
Very, very old. There is an exit somewhere far beyond, but it is a while.
So let's go, right?
Which one do they all? Should I go this one? I just pointed the one in front of me.
How would you determine which tunnel you would like to go down?
Yeah, I literally just stand in front of it. And
Wait,
point
how
at
many
it.
tunnels are there? Do we have like a 20-sided die or something? That we can roll?
You can see, like I said, there's 2 within immediate walking distance, 2 more off to your right, which are a bit more of a walk, and it's a good 20-mile long wall, so there's probably quite a lot of them.
Maybe
Joe.
they all lead to the same place.
Perhaps. The lead that you had, did they mention anything about this part of our journey?
Not at all. They said that they are just lying in the outskirts of Orgoroth, which I corrected him to Alduar.
So can I actually try and look for some sort of tracks here along? If there's any signs of people coming in and out of any of these tunnels?
Roll perception check first.
Perception.
I'm going to help you with that. I am somewhat knowledgeable in tracking. Let me help you.
Yes, please. I got a 24. Sorry, I can't do that.
Great. Yeah. You look around this tunnel area and you note there seems to be no evidence of anyone walking down here in a while, and so kind of thinking you kind of double back to where you'd come from, looking back at the ladders that come down from District 11, knowing that's where Deb would have come from. You decide to kind of look in certain spots, and you do pick up some tracks leading off to the right. Roll a survival check to successfully track them now.
Absolutely.
I would have just walked right in.
Plus 6 survival. Okay. 19. 13 plus 6.
Great. You pick up the tracks and begin to lead the party along the wall further west underneath the city. You walk for about, I'd say, a quarter mile until you arrive at a tunnel, and you turn down the corner of the tunnel. You turn the corner of the tunnel and see a very faint glow down in it.
I believe it's this one. Can I feel wind here too?
No.
No wind? Okay. This does not seem to have an exit that I can sense, but there is clearly something down here.
Well, then this might be where we need to go.
How big is the tunnel? How wide is it?
It's about 15 feet.
If we had felt a way for the air to be traveling before, I don't see why we wouldn't now, unless it were the wrong place.
And perhaps each tunnel does not all end at the same place. There may be some sort of extra hideout down this way, or something else.
Let's go find out.
The tracks that I was following, what kind of tracks were they? Were they humanoid? Were they like
boots?
Boots, yeah. Okay. Someone is down here for sure.
What is our plan?
Attack.
I am sorry, I do not have much of a plan besides that I'm going in to kill them, but I'm open to suggestions.
Well, you said that this devil teleported away from you. What is to stop him from doing it again?
As I do not know much about magic. Is there some magical means of preventing somebody from leaving an area or teleporting away?
I have actually been I have actually been training in this exact area.
Continue.
Yes. So should this devil try to escape, I may be able to stop him by canceling his spell out.
Fabulous.
If it is a spell, does anyone happen to know if devils have this as an innate ability other than a spell?
You're the one who is the expert on demons and devils,
That'd be
right?
Arcana?
Arcana or nature?
He's like, not really.
No.
I certainly don't.
I don't know, God. I don't know. If you're an expert on gods, I figured you'd be an expert on demons.
Would that be religion or Arcana?
I'd allow religion also. Religion, Arcana, or nature.
I'm gonna pee really quick. Sorry, I have to go so bad.
Well, I'm gonna. Oh, those are all.
Well, I rolled a 3, so you probably got me beat.
11.
I got a 12, so yeah.
Unclear.
Well, if it is unknown, we will just have to take our chances and hope that it is a spell.
Or we just kill him quicker than he can cast it.
If we are infiltrating his lair, there is a chance that even if he runs away, we can hurt him.
Yes, whether it be physically or financially, maybe we can find something that he's planning and ruin it.
Precisely.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good idea. Would you guys like to sneak in, or should I turn this light off?
I think stealth is a good idea. Yes.
Okay.
As I ka-chunk.
Apagando las luces.
It's like ka-chunk. Stealth is not my forte, so maybe I should stay in the back.
Yes, it is not mine either.
I can help with this, actually.
I can run all the way down there very fast and then come back.
Oh, actually, I can too. Hold on.
You see me do it again?
I just did it.
Which one is it?
Oh.
Either guidance or resistance.
That's that trace.
Ability check. Oh, if you okay.
You guys want to go ahead and give me a marching order? You don't need to put it up on the stream yet, Bill, but just so I know.
Who's the front?
I would
will
like
take
to be toward the front so that I can see what's happening. I would like to be toward the front.
Okay.
I don't need to be in the front, but I would like to be toward the front.
Are we on roll 20 now? Sorry. Or...
I do not have control of Zook.
I have black. Oh, there it is down. Okay, sorry.
My bad, Zook. You are good now.
I mean, probably that.
Sorry. Take one step back. You guys can't go up that far.
Okay.
That looks good.
I will, though, as we start, I will take some ashes and a little bit of the mistletoe that I keep with me, and I mix it up and blow and say "Kudio," and cast Pass Without a Trace on the group.
No.
Just move Zane here.
Zane, do you want to move there?
He's not here. I'm making his decision.
Oh, I didn't realize he left.
Which way is the front? Sorry, I just loaded it.
By Sinrig.
Okay.
So I have a question. So do I have to worry about stealth or no?
You still try to be quiet.
Just how bad is your stealth?
I have disadvantage on stealth.
So do I.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty bad.
How dexterous would you say you are?
If I had to put it on a scale from 1 to 20,
or negative?
Probably. Oh, okay. Well, you want me to divide that number by 2 and subtract
Negative,
5.
not good. Neutral, okay.
It's good. It's
Positive,
good. It's
good.
good. It's good.
Okay. Unfortunately, my dexterity is neutral, so if someone else has... Hold on. Can I cast guidance on more than one person?
But basically, Pass Without a Trace will give us a +10 on your dex checks.
One
just
more
so everyone
creature
knows.
now.
Probably be. I mean, it might be terrible, but it could be good too.
I'd just cast guidance on myself. Direction.
All right.
You okay with being there, Zane?
Where the fuck? Okay.
Shall we move
Are you guys
forward?
Are you guys good?
Yeah. Do we need to stealth roll at all?
Yeah, roll your checks.
So add +10, everyone, to your thing. So.
We're rolling stealth, right? Sorry, Ben cut out my.
Can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
10, 15.
Let's get that exact modifier.
And give me one moment.
Cool.
So high.
So disadvantage, but I get +10.
+10.
Got it.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad for rolling a 5. Yeah.
Who fucked it?
I don't know yet.
So I got a 24. Holy shit.
Wait, did you say we had +10?
+10.
Jeez.
I got a 24. Nice. What? Damn,
I got
girl.
a 31.
Damn, girl. Damn.
Oh, I'm
All right.
super sneaky.
You guys were shouting them out and not waiting. So
Way to go, guys.
So the enemy has.
he
It's a
has
surprise round.
We call it quadruple advantage in the industry. It's something only DMs get.
Oh, okay.
When they're not being impartial.
All right. So, Zook, what'd you get?
I got a 21.
Demetrius,
19.
Aldus,
21.
Joe,
31.
Grimald,
23.
Zane,
28.
and Varus,
28.
Sinrig,
I got a 23. Cinna got a 21.
24.
24.
All right. With the help of the Pass Without a Trace spell, shadows enveloping all of you, you all very quietly make your way down the tunnel. You make your way down the tunnel towards the glowing light. As it begins to round around and then round back to a little bit of an S, you see up ahead a small camp and a fire.
How far away is it from us?
Well, before you turn the S, you all hear something coming from down the tunnel as you guys begin to make your way. Just
I use Eyes of the Grave.
What's that?
It allows me to know the location of any undead within 60 feet of me.
There are no undead within 60 feet of you.
Okay. I just say, Ojos de la Tumba. My eyes flicker.
As you do that, you realize there are no undead around you. But as you guys begin to round the S curve, you hear a response. And then the voice once again comes back. As you turn the corner, you see about 80 feet away from you is of bonfire, and behind the bonfire is a cloaked man. And the voice speaks. Over the fire, you think you see a flicker of something in it. Something dark kind of glows within the fire. And then you see a mouth move within it as it says, and he responds, and the fire turns back into a regular bonfire.
Does anybody know?
Jedi mind trick.
No, I only speak Abyssal.
You all hear within your minds, everyone does. Does anyone understand what he said?
None of you do.
Wait, what was the language again?
You can roll an intelligence check to figure out what he was speaking.
Nice, you're dumb.
Well, I guess, and I'm really bad at those, but hey.
11.
11. 18. Demetrius, you become kind of fairly sure that he was speaking Infernal. As was the other speaking back to him. They were both speaking Infernal.
I only ask to let you know that he was speaking Infernal, and so was the creature in the fire, which makes sense if he's a devil. So, shall we go and ambush him?
Whoa!
For the record, he is facing the tunnel, and pass without a trace does not make you invisible.
Oh.
It's literally a cloud
Covers
of
us in shadow, yeah.
So as you exit the tunnel, he'll see you.
But we'll be able to get close to the entrance at least.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in this area, or is it just the cloaked man?
Roll perception check.
And there was another. It's not like a closed off like chamber, right? Like there's other ways that he can go.
Roll perception check.
Aldous, you have cast Misty Step before, yes?
Yes.
Oh, so just so we stay quiet, as an action, you guys I use several seconds, I guess, to allow you guys to speak back to me telepathically, and then I relay what they say to the appropriate person, so we all stay silent.
Got it.
My perception was a 17.
My 14. Okay.
Okay, and I'll come back to you guys. Aldous and Zane, finish what you guys were saying.
Yes,
I don't know if I should know.
Yes, I have. Why?
Perhaps we can try and surround him so he cannot escape.
Sure, I will do my best.
I am very fast.
14, Joe, you do not see any sort of movement coming from in there besides the fire. Zook, from what you can see back here, and by the way, you guys stopped, or are you moving forward while you're looking?
Oh, definitely stopped.
We stopped.
Yeah.
You can't really see any sort of other way out from back here.
Okay.
But you've heard reports that this thing teleports, so.
Yeah.
I believe now is the time to go, yes?
Hell yeah.
Should Zane perhaps be towards the front so that he can disrupt the creature's teleportation?
Yes, absolutely.
Gladly. I still cannot move myself on roll 20 though. So let me get.
Sorry about that.
All good.
I didn't hear you last time.
I think my mic was muted.
Oh, Ben, by the way, this is like a beginning of the day thing, but my transmuter stone is just giving me proficiency in con saving throws.
Okay, you got it. Zane, you're good.
Cool.
All right. So we just rush in, focus fire, and prevent him from escaping.
Are we attempting to have some people Misty Step in? I just want to double check.
Yes, I will get to the other side, but there seems no other exits. I don't think it's worth it.
That we can see.
Can anyone else Misty Step?
I can step up the wind and move
Yeah.
90 feet.
I can try and grapple him right out the gate. With my, not me.
I was gonna say.
Not me. Big old earthen hand that comes out of the ground.
I have hold person as well, but I would like to, withhold my immediate use of magic and focus on counterspelling if he...
I could try to hold him if you do not.
I could potentially give us a slight fog cover entering, but I think that might be just as conspicuous.
Yes, he would probably see this.
I think we want more of a surprise rather than maybe even if he does see us, to surprise him. Sorry.
There's no way, unless you can all teleport in behind him with Pass Without a Trace, there's no way you could feasibly all surprise him. Some of you may be able to, but not all.
Looking at the party, which one of the party looks the weakest, like the lowest strength?
Zane, you can't be that far up.
Probably Varys.
Lowest strength.
When we're ready to do
Can I
this,
just
Varys,
swap with?
I need you to punch me.
You can swap with me. Swap with me.
Oh,
there you go.
Sorry, guys.
When we're ready to do this, Varys, I'm gonna need you to punch me in the face. I can be invisible and sneak into the room that way.
I volunteer.
Well, yes,
Not you.
I could also turn invisible, and so if two of us are invisible sneaking in, along with the Misty Step, we could potentially hold them down until Zane can get in with counterspell.
I also have counterspell, that's why I was trying to get in there.
Oh, then even better.
Those are only 1 round each for you guys, right? To be invisible.
Mm-hmm. So I'd wait till I'm like right by the entrance, about 35 feet away, and I can shoot in.
Mm-hmm. I'd say that while you're within the tunnel, you're still protected by Pass Without a Trace, but the moment you walk out, the flame kind of erases the shadows.
Can we see the map? Because I can't see. Like, you show us what's going on? Because I can't see anything.
Yeah, how far would we be at the end of the tunnel from?
Sure, I'll show it. And Bill, you could put it up now if you'd like.
Okay. Cross my fingers.
Oh.
So what's the tunnel then? Sorry.
The tunnel's behind you guys. Sorry.
Oh, okay, got it. So how far away are we from this? You said about 80 feet.
Yes, you are about 80 feet away.
Never mind the face punching; it won't last long enough.
Well, if we get closer to the entrance, we turn invisible, rush in.
I can't do it on command. I need someone to punch me, and that's just asking. I'll just be on the. I'll be bringing up the rear as per usual.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a solid plan.
And then once you guys invisible in, I'm just going to run in at him. I will wait though.
Yeah.
So our surprise attackers go first, the rest will follow.
Yes.
So me and Aldus, yes?
As soon as you are ready, my friend, but
Are you guys able to get anybody else, or is it just the two of you?
I can only teleport right next to him. I don't know if it's a good idea.
I can't teleport anyone else, no. Or, turn invisible anyone else, just myself.
And it would have to, Aldous, sorry for the confusion. I should have drawn the tunnel. But you would have to be Misty Step from the edge of the tunnel, which is back here. So, like off screen, basically. So start your count at here, 5, 10, 15, 20. You get what I'm saying?
I can only get to here.
Get like an angle on him though, maybe?
Sure. I will appear here. I will appear to his right, his left.
I'll allow it. All right.
Okay.
The rest of you move into the room?
Yeah, well, I turn invisible and run in. So where do I start my move from then? The same, like back here?
Oh, yep.
Quick. If we're being completely conspicuous, just walking in while the other people like Misty Step and shit, is that what we're doing?
No, we're waiting until they're
Okay.
in and then
Waiting. Yeah. Okay, got it.
because I think they're gonna attack first, right? For a surprise, and then we will.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
that's the
I
plan.
figured.
Okay. In that case, just give me 1 second then. I'm sorry.
I do want to be in
fix
front.
everyone.
I was gonna say I kind of do want to be in front in that case.
Let me just fix this.
Okay.
Sure.
So I gotta slice somebody in half. I'm itching.
All right, and then I'm going
You
to.
don't know the Dewey Decimal System?
You guys see that now?
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to just say that all of you are now back here in this tunnel.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
You can be around. It's fine. We could have, swapped. Yeah.
I can't get that close, but I can at least try and get
15 feet width, guys. 15 feet width.
Oh, okay.
You can put me back. I can run. You can put me back a little bit.
I was gonna say Joe, yeah. And then Aldous, are you in front?
Yeah, because he needs it for the Misty Step.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be out of there in a hot second. Though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once he's out of there, you can. Yeah.
Okay. Sinrig, Sane. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, then.
As you guys approach the edge, you see he's just sitting at the fire, eyes closed, legs crossed.
All right, then I look at Aldous. You ready?
Yes.
And I turn invisible, and I'll have to double move. So 5, 10, 15, 40, 45, 50, 55, and I want to get behind him.
So this counts as a surprise round, just so you two know.
Okay.
Okay, so because you're entering combat right away. All right, and Aldous, you misty step in, and what do you do once you misty step in, Aldous?
Do I have a full turn, or do I have to?
You have it. You have a whole turn.
Okay, then let's tear this baby up. Lightning bolt. So a stroke. I appear in silver smoke and then just point my water hand. Oh, wait, where the fuck? How did you get behind him? Wait, I thought you were on the diagonal.
That's where he wanted to go.
Right. Yeah, I mean.
Okay, the last I saw he was on the
I'm
diagonal.
also still invisible, so you don't
right.
know
You cannot. You can't see him, Aldous. So.
All right. Well, then I'm not doing that then.
You can't see him, Aldous. So you're.
Fine. I knew where he was going then. I didn't know where he was going.
So you're gonna cast lightning bolt.
No, I'm not.
You have no reason to hold yourself back if you can't see him.
Well, they would have talked about where
I
they were
think
going.
we would have talked about where
beforehand.
we were going before. He said he was going behind him. I thought he was going on a diag.
But you didn't talk about it.
Okay, I mean.
All right. Well.
No, you're.
That's fine. I have
beat your
I have
friend up.
stuff-
Beat your friend up.
Michael, you can choose to do what you want.
Beat the
He's
shit out of him.
he's already declared his action though.
All right,
I'm not being a dick. Like these are the rules.
Okay.
Well, he looked up
Make a
in
dex save.
in a different spot.
No.
Well, you're not invited to my birthday party, so.
Tyler, you succeed.
Oh, okay.
I have spell sorcery points I can cast. For that.
And let me see. I think he has disadvantage on. I'm gonna say he does. He has disadvantage on a dex save when surprised. Oh, but he has advantage, so.
Also, isn't? Oh, never mind. It doesn't. There's no double disadvantage. Never mind. I was gonna say, 'cause he's technically prone, isn't he?
No, he is not. That's going to be a 26.
Yeah, he makes it, and so does Tyler.
Okay, so half damage to each, right?
Five, 6, 7, 8.
Who do we appreciate?
16 damage.
Did you have it already?
Yup.
I am still invisible, by the way. I don't appear if I take damage.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
And then
Oh,
if
wait,
you were,
In initiative, I can choose as a player who goes first. So I just let him go first. Duh.
Technically, you both need to roll for initiative. So I was being just letting you guys go, but both of you roll for initiative then in that case.
I have advantage on initiative now, which is so nice.
Just got to beat a 4. Son.
I caught a 19.
Okay, so Senrig went first. He moved into that spot. He is still invisible, so you Misty stepped in and lightning bolted.
No, and he Misty Step and Lightning Bolt at the same time.
Yeah, Misty Step's a bonus action.
Oh, but it's a spell.
You're actually correct. Thank you, Zane. You can't Misty Step and Lightning Bolt. My apologies.
That's why I asked if I had a full turn. You said I did.
You do have a full turn.
No, I don't have a bonus action anymore. I used my bonus action. That's what I was saying.
A Misty Step is a bonus action. You can only cast a cantrip as a spell.
I know that rule. That's why I asked.
I'm all fucked up. That's a full turn. That's why I was confused.
On
Sorry.
the surprise round, we sneak in, and now we're in there.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's why
we would.
So what do you want to do with your action, Aldous?
Wait. So was the Misty Step part of this turn? Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
was the Misty Step part of this turn or no?
I'm moving you back. Senrig, it's your turn in the surprise round. You move into that spot?
Yes.
Okay. Aldous, it's your turn in the surprise round. What would you like to do?
Okay. I would like to Misty Step where I was.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. And then?
And then?
I can go one more.
I thought it's only 30 feet.
Yeah, that is one more.
We're here. 5, 10, 15,
He was on the right
20,
side.
25, 30.
He was right here.
Oh, he was? Okay. You right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You right. All right. And now you have an action still. And movement.
But I don't have a spell action. I only have a cantrip action.
Cantrips are spells.
Very early cantrips are not spells because you cannot cast 2 spells on a turn. That's where the confusion is. You can cast a cantrip as an action, but not another spell.
So when
he is going
Look up what chapter cantrips are in and then come back to me.
My God, can we all stop dick measuring and just play?
Who's got the roller?
She feels left out. Come on.
That's true.
Definitely don't.
April's got the biggest dick of all of us.
Then I'm going to...
Oh, why did I get disconnected from Twitch? Just kidding. We're mature content.
Yes. We can say dick. It's
Viewer
okay.
Discretion advised.
Poopy.
It's fun arguing semantics, April. That's all.
Poopy.
It's such a weird rule. Like, we like mess it up all the time too.
I know. So what are you doing, Mike?
You can do a con save then.
A con save?
Yep, I'm going to cast Frostbite.
Okay. That's going to be a 23.
We're
just away.
That was weird.
Then nothing happens.
So as you Misty Step in, you peer there and cast the Frostbite. You notice it kind of goes along his body, and then he just kind of ignores it as he stands up without even like putting his hands on the ground. He like his feet are crossed, and he just kind of pushes himself up with his legs standing up. And he see a little smile under his hood, and he goes, "I was wondering how long thou would take." And he puts a mask up over his face, and as he draws a dagger, draws another dagger. One of his daggers, as he spins it around, it's just like making a little bit of a shrieking noise. And he holds it with a red ruby and a pommel, golden hilt. And he goes, "Let's go." And that's where we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Wait, was it part of his movement action? Because he can't draw a weapon unless he was moving.
All right, that's where we're going to go ahead and take a break. So We're going to take about 15 minutes and no one go anywhere. We will be back soon to go into this battle. See you soon. And to argue more, probably.
God, I hope not.
What we do.
and welcome back. Sorry.
But if I move 30 feet in a square, okay, listen, if he's not moving, he can't draw those daggers, all right?
All right, but simple fact, and Mark, I need you to read this for me once again. What does it say by cantrips?
I was wrong. It's okay. I was wrong.
That's fair.
Oreo's like behind him, shocked right now. He's like, how I can't believe he said it. Anyway, thank you so much for giving us time to eat and drink and go to the bathroom. We are now going to dive
Big
in.
old shit.
Whoa, I didn't agree to that. But we are now going to go ahead and dive into our battle with Azazel. So I need initiatives from Varus. You're muted on Zoom. There
7.
you go. Thank you. Demetrius.
3.
Grimold.
21.
Dane.
15.
Joe.
16.
Zook.
11.
Yeah, you should have said 21 in Grimold's voice.
Dozer.
That is 9.
Great. So after that bit of a mess of a surprise round, Grimold, you are first to react. Sinrig is on deck, and Joe is in the hole. Grimold?
Grimold will go forward. Sorry, I had something that I didn't want to burn.
I didn't realize you weren't here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So I'll go forward to there, and I will fire 2 pistols at him.
Only one of those is +1, right?
Yes, only one of those is +1.
All right.
That is a 15.
That is a miss.
Haha, that was the +1. And a 20.
That is a hit.
That is 9 damage then. 9 piercing. As I
9
run forward,
piercing
drawing...
damage from the non-magical gun?
Yes, with the non-magical.
So as you run forward, you draw your weapons, you fire, boom, boom. The gunshots echo through the cavern as the first bullet flies past him, and you watch as Azazel jumps through the air and kind of like does a turn and dodges the first one. The second one clips his arm as he lands back down. Sinrig, that one bullet going right past your ear. Anything else, Grimold?
That'll be it for now.
All right, Sinrig is up. Joe on deck. Zane in the hole. Sinrig.
You're
muted.
Sorry. Okay, I'm going to step here. I am no longer invisible at the start of my turn. I'm going to like do a little signal, hand signal to Cinna, and she's going to double move to get here. I am going to take the glaive. I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike, Frunyo. Vines coming out of it, and I will attack him.
Okay.
So, with advantage. Okay. So, the first one is for 14.
14 does not hit.
Didn't think so. And the second one for 16.
16 does not hit.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
So as you become visible, you kind of see him peek around from out of the left side of his hood, and you bring the spear at him. He dodges like backwards first, and then dodges to the right, to the left second time.
Damn.
Moving incredibly fast. Like he is a fast boy.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. No, that's it.
All right. Joe is up. Zane on deck. Zook is in the hole. Joe.
Okay. I'm so mad because I have 45 movement, so I can get here.
Oh.
But I'm going to use Step of the Wind as a bonus action. So I'm going to expend one of my key points, and so I can double move as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to go here. Because I have, what is that, 90 movement? So I can definitely get there.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to go there. And I'm going to say to him, That is the dagger that slayed my father. I am the person that will now slay you. And I am going to attack him.
Go for it.
My
He watches you as you're coming, and even with his mask covering half his face, you can see his cheeks shift to like a big smile.
Fucker.
I'm gonna kill him.
24.
24 will hit him.
All right.
Your second attack?
Oh, sorry. I was just doing my damage on that one. That one's 8 damage.
And is this a +1 quarterstaff now?
Yes, it is, and it's already factored in.
All right, so 8 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, always factor that in. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to attack again with quarterstaff.
Go ahead.
Ooh, 23.
23 will also hit him.
And that's 8 more damage.
All right, so as you do and as you come around, he sees you coming and he's ready for you, but you're faster than him. And you bring the quarterstaff in and slam him in the gut, and he's like, ugh! And he looks up and he goes, "Its name is Cerus." And you bring it around again and smack him across the face. And as it does, he turns back and he goes, "It screams for thou blood too, or thine blood." Excuse me.
Sorry, how do you spell that? I'm like shaking. I'm so excited.
Seuruz.
Seuruz.
Ruz.
Okay.
Cerus. All right. Anything else, Joe?
Well, I used my bonus action to get there, so I don't think I can do my extra attack. So I think that's all I can do.
All right. Zane is up. Zook on deck. Dozer in the hole. Zane.
Sweet. Okay. So he is. Basically a full move away. There's nothing I can. I guess I could do a regular move and then cast a spell. So let's see if. And Sin is there. 30 would get me there too. Cool. Line of sight. And then I guess I will cast Frostbite on him.
Frostbite? That's a con save?
Save, yeah.
Okay. That's going to be a 22.
Just barely beats my 14. Yeah.
Once again, the ice crawls up his skin, and you see him just kind of shake it off. Anything else?
No, that's all.
All right. Zook is up. Dozer on deck. Varus in the hole. Zook.
So I go. How did I forget the name already? Harvey. Yip yip. And Harvey takes me. Let's see here, 80 feet. So 5. Oh shit! Grab them both. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Sorry, I gotta like move the map to 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 65, 70, 75, 80. And then I hop off and tell him, now go hide. And then he can't just yet, but then I'll send Hedgewitch to go do her flyby. Oh my goodness, unselect. Okay, sorry. Writing people on top of people is a real problem in this 5.
You're good.
And 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
All right.
60. Okay, and then she does flyby, and I'll do Earth and Grasp.
All right. Strength save?
Yep.
That's going to be a 10.
Oh! Wow! So he gets restrained and he takes 2d6. 8 damage.
All right, as the hand comes out of the rock and grabs onto him, he didn't see it coming, and he's just kind of wrapped around it.
On his turn, he can use his action to make another save to get out.
Sounds good. Moving on, Dozer's up, Varus on deck, enemy in the hole. Dozer.
All right, I'm gonna speak on my turn. So, just wanted to clarify: are we trying to murder somebody, or are we just trying to get information?
A little column A, a little column B. I will be doing the murdering if you guys want to be asking me questions.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and pin this boy. Got it. Okay.
And bring him down. We could bring him back for questions.
He is currently restrained, Dozer. So
he needs a little softening up, Dozer. Open this jar of pickles for me.
I'm going to turn him sleepy. Quick question. So when he's restrained, that just impedes movement. That has nothing to do with combat, like advantage.
Restrained is movements at 0. Attacks against him have advantage. His attacks have disadvantage.
Perfect. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. That's a dash. So, right. And then I'm going to action surge to take an attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack him, so I get advantage on each attack. So let me double check this. Sorry, just 1 moment. Okay, so that is 26 for the first attack.
That'll hit him.
Okay. And then that is 22 for the second attack.
That'll hit him.
Okay. Free Shavaka dude.
And this is a +1 greatsword?
Yes, +1 greatsword, so I get... Okay. So that's... Sorry. I'm going to do both of these since they're all the same. 11... 17. Okay, so that's 17 plus 12 is
29 damage.
29 damage.
As you slice into him twice with the greatsword, cutting across his chest, cutting down on his collarbone, he screams out. He's frustrated at this point.
As I slice down, you see the shimmering of the inscription along the blade as I cut into his flesh.
All right. Varus is up. Enemy on deck. Aldous is in the hole. Varus.
Oh, he's muted.
I haven't said anything yet. Don't worry. I was just moving myself. I'm gonna cast here. Nope, not gonna cast that. Not gonna cast anything actually. I'm gonna take a full movement here, gang.
Okay.
So I've already moved 30.
I'm
gonna move up 10. I don't know how you want to do that on this map, but
what do you mean? Up? Just move.
He clicks vertically. His heels together and
I'm clicking.
Got it. You are moving. I thought you meant up the map. Got it.
You're flying. Paint us a word picture.
Yes.
I click my boots and I throw my hands behind me and I shoot up 10 feet.
Yeah.
Right. I've got it marked.
That's a new trick.
So I still have 20 more feet I'm going to move.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20. So I'm right here, 10 feet up. Thank you for marking that. We're good.
All right. So you click your boots, go flying through the air, then just rush forward with your focus in your hand.
I'd like to think that my man bun just like
immediately falls.
In the wind. Yeah, it falls. Yeah.
What exactly does the man bun do? I need to know.
It falls gently to my head.
Enemy is up. Aldous on deck. Demetrius is in the hole as Azazel trying to get out. As you notice, all of a sudden, he is not casting a spell. So you guys don't need to react there. Oop. There it is. 3 bearded devils appear around him as they're suddenly just kind of, they grow out of like a smoke, out of like the light kind of fades in that area for a moment, and then smoke appears, and these 3 bearded devils are standing in those spots.
Ew.
And he shouts out in common, "Kill them!" And that will be it for his turn. Aldous up, Demetrius on deck, and Grimald is in the hole. Aldous.
5, 10, 15.
Okay.
Neat trick. And I'm going to like do full on like Azula from fucking Last Airbender, and do like a stance, and then reach out with my lightning, my water arm, and cast lightning bolt through him on a diag, so it doesn't get anybody else.
Okay. Disadvantage on his dex save, but he also has resistance, so that's a crit.
Oof. Oh, okay. So he takes half damage, but so this is a little new. Let me roll this damage first. This is 8d6, I believe.
We're trying out that new D&D Beyond
D&D Beyond dice roller. 3.
Pretty fun, yeah.
4.
Yeah, it's kind of convenient.
It's a little annoying to do a lot of dice, though.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
You can't just click the spell.
Yeah. Oh, I probably could have.
Feel like if you just click the spell, it'll all roll.
Really?
If it's a... Yeah.
Ah, see, Ben, this is why I need you around.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's cool.
So 23, so 12 damage to him. But what happens is, as I do that, I cast the lightning. It like goes out of me, and then like as the line of lightning like kind of pulls back into me, goes down to my feet, and lightning spreads out around me, and him and the 2 bearded devils around me take 3 extra lightning damage.
Nice.
Little bits of lightning go out of the ground and hit them, and then a wind catches me, and I fly 10 feet this way.
With no attacks of
5, 10 with no attacks of opportunity, and then I run my ass back my extra 2 feet.
All right. Sounds good. Demetrius is up. Grimald is on deck. Senrig is in the hole. Demetrius.
All right. Did I notice that lightning damage didn't do as much?
No, it hurt him. He managed to, like, even restrained by the earthen grasp, he managed to kind of like push himself back, so he dodged most of it, but it skinned across his face.
Okay, great. Lightning is not okay. Good. That's what I wanted to know.
It damaged him as it should.
And the devils too.
Yeah. Wait, well, actually, let me double check those. I just assumed. Yes, it affects them normally.
Because I can pick lightning or thunder. That's what I want to know.
Yep, you're good.
Thank you.
Thunder.
All right, Demetrius.
All right, so I run out, drawing the Mace of Terror. I then point it at Varus, and I say Sanctuario, and shimmer goes around him and dissipates, and then I slam it against my shield. I totally forget how to say. Wait, Peaje de los Muertos. Have him make a wisdom save. Wisdom save.
I mean,
which
bad
him?
Sorry, the big boy, devil.
Azazel.
What are you casting?
Toll of the Dead.
Okay. $16.
Oof, yeah, just makes it. Darn. Alrighty, that'll be it.
All right. Grimald is up. Sinrig on deck, and enemy is in the hole. Grimald.
Okay, I will go. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'll go up to here. And while running, I'll holster the pistols, draw out rapier and whip. And then he's still restrained, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So then that's with the rapier a 22 and a 26.
Hit and hit.
And then with the whip, that's 17.
17 is not a hit.
Okay.
That AC is.
All right, and then that is 9 and 12 with the rapier. Those is magical.
It is magical?
Yes. And because why the hell not, I'm going to use action surge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just realized that
after that second stab, as you stab into him, you notice blood coming out from between the fingers of the earthen grasp.
All right.
Focus fire, baby.
I'm about to juice him like a melon.
Okay, so rapier is a 17 and a 19.
The 17 misses. The 19 seems like it's about to hit, but he manages to squeeze a hand out. Oh, wait, actually, he may not get reactions when he's restrained. Nope, he does. He manages to squeeze a hand out and parry the attack with his dagger. So neither of those hit.
Wait, is that a spell? Or is that just a straight reaction?
He just used his reaction to parry your attack. It increases his AC.
Oh, okay. Damn. Right, and then final attack is going to be a 26. That's with the whip.
You don't get that. Action surge only gives you your action, not your bonus action back.
Oh, okay then. You are correct.
So, just those two rapier attacks. First one managed to swing past him. The second one he parries out of the way, and that will end your turn.
Yes.
All right. He is bloodied, like I said at this point, and he's furious. You could. He's not screaming. He's not like throwing a fit, but you can feel how upset he is right now at this point.
Can feel your anger.
Senrig is up, enemy on deck. Joe is in the hole. Senrig.
I'm gonna attack him again.
Go for it.
I am, guys.
Oh, there, that one will hit. First one is a 26.
26 hits.
And then that'll be a strength saving throw for the...
He's already restrained, but...
But can he... I know it's like double restrained, but he'd have to break out of my restrain and the earthen grasp was my thought.
No, spells don't stack like that.
Oh, well then...
He is correct.
Yeah, okay.
But, I mean...
It's extra damage, so it's fine.
For shits and giggles. Yeah, I mean, it's still damage. So strength save, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and he has... I think it's only on dex saves. Let me double check.
I will say, though, that whoever has the highest save for that he has to beat, that's what it comes out of if he fails.
Fair. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep. I was just reading combining magical effects. I was on the spells page.
Cool. Good to know. All right, so his strength save is going to be he has advantage. 15.
Yeah, it just beats it. All right, that's fine. So that'll be 9 slashing damage. With
9 slashing damage. You mean piercing, right?
No, it's a glaive now.
Oh, okay. And it's magical, right?
It is magical. Yes.
Okay. He's still restrained, you stab between the fingers of the earthen grasp. What else?
Okay. Well, then, since I didn't think of this before, I'm going to now just use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark, because I can... Do I have to make the second attack right away? Or
No.
can I split them up?
Yeah,
Right, okay.
yeah, no, you can split them up.
Then I'll Hunter's Mark this guy, and then I'll attack again.
Sorry, that's restrained, and...
Ooh, that's a crit!
Nice.
Good fucking timing, yeah. I was like an 18 and then a 20. Okay. So do this.
I don't know what Hunter's Mark is.
So
You don't know what a hunter's mark is?
No, here
The
we go.
icon for it.
We'll put a little flag on him.
So 12 plus. Okay, so that's 16 slashing from the glaive, and then hunter's mark. I gotta roll.
Yeah, that just all is one attack. So go ahead and just roll it all together.
All right, and then so 21. 21.
You rolled the d6 twice, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 21 damage. 20. All right, he's fucked up as that last glaive attack. You bring it in and slice deep in his neck, and you see just blood just begins to spray out of him as he's not doing well. He reaches over and grabs his neck, and he's just looking panicky at this point.
Then I'm going to step here so that Dozer has advantage here, and I'm going to have Cinna move away from that bad boy, and she's gonna come over here.
As she does,
attack of opportunity.
This one is going to take an attack of opportunity on her.
Sure.
With its glaive, as she runs by, it spins its glaive and goes to slice her. 8. You're good.
Cool. And that's it.
All right. Enemy is up. Joe on deck, and Zane is in the hole. As this one is going to step up, and it's going to attack Dozer. First with its glaive. And it has advantage because it's flanking. That's going to be a 23.
Hit.
And I need a Constitution save from you. Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind. You're a construct.
Yeah.
You lucky boy. You're going to take 7 slashing damage.
I don't like the sound of that.
And then it's going to attack you with its beard. As it slices in and then gets close, and its beard just kind of like strikes out like a viper.
Ew. I hate it.
Use your beard.
Have you
a
heard
19? A 19?
Just barely hits.
Okay, and I need a con save on that one for poison.
Poison. Okay, so I'm resistant. Got it. Okay, so that one. No, daddy. That one would be 25.
5 piercing damage, and you're fine. You feel like a slight burning, but it doesn't really hurt you that bad.
That's poison? Is that the full amount? 5?
5 piercing damage, no poison damage.
Okay, cool.
The piercing damage was from the strike of the bite. There's something after that. All right, and that is it for its turn. Joe is up. Zane on deck. Zook is in the hole. Joe.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna wait to say something until I see what happens.
he's pretty bloody. He's pretty hurt at this point. He's turning back to you now.
All right, I'm gonna use quarterstaff. Huh? Do I do?
Isn't he still restrained?
He is still restrained. You have advantage.
Oh, advantage. Okay. Ooh!
Yes, it will.
I crit.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
Hey!
This dude is destroyed.
Okay, so what do I do when I crit? Do I just double whatever?
You roll all your dice that you would normally roll twice.
Okay.
Add your modifier once.
Just put that again.
Uh, 15.
Okay.
And we'll wait to see what happens.
He is still alive as you bring your quarterstaff around, hitting him right on the bridge of the nose. As it pushes it up, you hear a sharp cracking noise as blood begins to stream down his face.
I'm gonna do flurry of blows.
You have
You still have an extra attack still.
Oh, I thought because I rolled twice, that was for advantage. Sorry. Thank you.
You're good.
23.
That will hit him. Roll your damage.
Mark is doing that.
Oh. There we go. You're right. 7 more bludgeoning damage.
7 bludgeoning damage. He's still standing.
Okay, flurry of blows.
All right.
Wait, I can use. Yeah, because this is multiple. My fists are magical now too.
Yep, I remember the message.
People don't know that. My fists are magical.
That's good point.
Paint me a word picture.
Wait, did the
My fists start glowing with magical energy, light radiating out of them as I rear back to punch him.
What color light?
Yellow light, duh.
It's yellow light? Oh, well, I don't know. I was thinking white light. I don't know.
Nah, she's not that good. Oh. I still have advantage, correct? Okay. 21.
Will hit.
Okay. 7 more bludgeoning damage.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Can I know this is so shitty, but can I finish my flurry of blows on him?
Sure.
I know it's overkill, but I just... All right, so I won't even roll for it because it doesn't matter. But as the light radiates out of my fists, I say this one is for my father as I punch him. Yeah, I'm guessing he falls and crumples to the ground. And I say, and this one is for me. And I punch him again. And can I take his dagger?
Okay.
And I slit his throat.
Okay. So as we'll just say, how about this? With your last flurry of blows, you punch him as he drops down to the ground, and that last last blow flurry is actually you grabbing his wrist and bringing it up and slicing his own throat.
And then I'm going to say, look, just as you killed my father, I have killed you.
As you do, and as you bring it close to him, he kind of stops for a moment. He's, no, and it cuts in, and it strives deep, and you see him just, as you watch this green smoke come out of his mouth and go into the dagger, and the dagger begins screaming, just, and then drops to the ground as his body does.
Arcana check?
Oh, okay.
Wait a second.
I'm gonna take that dagger.
Whoa.
13.
Wait, did you have a soul stone on you? Did you have a soul stone in your inventory?
It needs to be a black soul stone.
Oh, okay.
13 Arcana check. I'd say it's not too difficult to read what may have just happened. You're uncertain, but the dagger seemed to take something from him and kind of store it.
Can I pocket? I want to pocket that knife.
Sure.
I want that knife. Okay.
Wait. Listen, look, it seemed whatever happened, it took something from him. Perhaps something of your father is still in that dagger.
Yes, then I am taking his dagger.
Are the bearded devils still around?
Good question. As it happens, they kind of all begin to like run towards you with their glaives, and then just disappear in black fire smoke.
Got it. I was gonna say wait till after the battle. I'm gonna pocket it now.
So
they are gone.
Before like enough time has gone by that he dies, does someone want to stabilize him?
Oh,
because didn't we have questions?
Thought he dies.
Didn't we want to ask him questions?
Oh, I got a thing for that.
Well, that's
hard.
Oh, I also have
to say. It's difficult to speak without a throat.
Nobody made it seem like it was a problem, so I just did it.
It's really not.
Okay, you could do yours. Yours is if you could do yours when he's dead. I'm not gonna use mine for when he's alive.
Well, do you want to kill him again, or do you just want to talk to him?
Oh.
I need to talk to him to see if he has a way of plane shifting.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to kill him again, or do you want to just talk to him?
Just talk to him. I don't want to risk him teleporting away.
Okay.
Customer service. Can I have an operator?
So, I go. Oop, sorry.
What the fuck just happened?
He just went out.
Seth just jumped around.
So I go up to him and I cast Speak with Dead. Habla de la muerte. I grant some semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse within my. Okay.
There's no response.
Oh.
But you notice, April, that the dagger begins vibrating violently. Like an electrical energy just kind of coming from his... As the red gem kind of glows really bright. And then finally settles down.
That is probably him trying to talk to us.
Try talking to the dagger?
I'm gonna just search his pockets. I'm gonna search his pockets real fast.
Okay. Roll in a perception check or investigation, whichever.
Someone give me a hand here. I'd like to look for things on him.
Oh, I'll look.
Great.
Oh, baby.
Oh, I thought you were.
I'm giving you advantage if you're gonna roll.
I don't need it.
Nagi.
What'd you get?
Investigation 27.
Ooh.
On him, you find 80 platinum pieces.
Ooh, 80 platinum?
I rolled a 17 just so you know, so that like if he tries to pocket a spell scroll, I'm gonna find out.
You're with him.
Sorry, what was it? How many platinum? I
80 platinum pieces.
80 PP. Okay.
That's 800 gold, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
You, as you're kind of pocketing around, and you feel something on his back, underneath his coat, and you kind of like look underneath. There's cut off stubs of wings on his back.
Gotcha. Okay.
And inside of him, he has another dagger, very ornate, but this one does not seem as intense as the other dagger. It's his main one. About 10 throwing daggers lining the inside of his coat. And a note that is written in seemingly gibberish.
So first Arcana on the the note, which I can't read. I got what is my Arcana? Bad. I got a 9 to see what language it is.
You're not certain, but if it is a language, it's none you recognize.
Okay, and then I'll do an Arcana on that dagger. Natty 20.
It's a +1 dagger.
Okay. All right. Hey, anyone can read this note? And
if no one understands Infernal, I doubt anyone could read it either.
Does anyone need throwing daggers?
Well, let's see. Hold on. I guess flashback to... Sure, I'll take a couple. Flashback to last campaign. I am proficient with them, and I can use them in range, so I'll take a few. 3.
I'll just give you all 10.
Now I can't walk.
I was so... I was very close to taking comprehend languages, and I wish I had now.
I'm carrying these 15 wheels of cheese. I can't move.
Does somebody want to... It just vibrated violently when you tried to speak to him. If somebody maybe want to see...
Whatever that dagger is, it does not capture the creature's soul, because the spell I cast does not return the soul to its body, only its animating spirit. So, whatever is in that dagger must be him. His spirit is separate from his soul?
I'm gonna try again to Arcana his ass. Or that dagger's ass. That's an 18 this time.
18?
Yeah.
I'm seeing if I would have been mistaken. really quick for.
In the spell, it says it doesn't return the soul to the body.
It says that for the purposes of resurrection, but yeah, no, okay, I still stand by what happened because it doesn't return the soul to the body, is what it says. But yeah, okay, that's fine. 18 Arcana. One thing is for sure about this: it's one, well beyond your knowledge. Whatever this thing is well beyond it. Two, it can be attuned to. And 3, it is of almost certainly infernal nature. As in, this is a, for lack of a better term, a hell weapon. Meaning, it is quite evil.
Sorry, I'm just writing real quick. Okay. All I can tell you is that this dagger is very evil, and it's very much beyond my means of knowledge.
Joe, are you...
What?
Oh, I was gonna say, are you sure we want to handle this if it's an evil artifact?
I do not want it to slay any more people as it did my father.
Okay.
We have a means for which to understand it, maybe get some questions answered. Great. If not, we can see that it is destroyed.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
I'm not that evil.
And as I had said, remember, it clearly took a piece of him, so perhaps it also took a piece of your father.
And that is what I would like to try to get at.
When I know this is not enjoyable for you to relive, but you did see him die, yes?
When my father was killed by this devil, Azazel, I saw him slit my father's throat in the basement of Nardo's house.
Did something great come out of him?
I do not know because they turned to look at me and then I ran.
Okay, that is what I'm just curious.
I mean, I can try to remember back if my memory is jogged by that, but that's...
Roll a history check.
Perhaps Nardo will remember.
Oh, I plan on asking him.
Let's reunite him with the dagger.
I like this. I like this.
Are these tents real, real quick, while she's rolling that?
Are these what?
Tents real?
Nah. Oh, sorry.
Looking through them. Hang on one second. What'd you get?
A 9.
A 9. It's a long time ago and a very traumatic day. Most of your memory is fuzzy of that day as it is.
Yeah.
So.
What I said is...
As for the tents being real, looking around at everything, looking through the tents, they are very much real. People have been here, but everyone is packed up and has left. It's very clear that people were here at one point, and now they are no longer here.
Any remnants of items? Anything that could tell us how long they were here? Who was here?
Which tent are you interested in?
I'll start with the big one at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna go with.
So you walk into the big tent. Roll a perception check.
Can I roll in as well?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the digital dice don't like me very much. That's a 10.
I got a 16.
16. You guys walk in. First of all, this tent is humid. Humid in the same way that Deb's back room at Avernus was also very humid. You see there's been kind of like this red carpet laid down. The room is dark, but you notice like there are like lanterns that have like a red glow to them. So it's clear that this is where Deb was. This is Deb's tent. Go ahead and roll investigation checks if you guys want to look around.
Okay.
Can we each pick a tent?
Yeah, if someone else wants to go check out other ones.
Yep.
That's a 20 investigation.
Nice.
This one, I guess.
I got
20 investigation. All right. Looking around the room,
21.
most of everything you notice the marks in the ground that kind of implies that like things were here before. Furniture. Someone's been down here a while, but everything's been packed up. As to where they went afterwards, there's no mark of anything being dragged out. It's just all gone. Including what looks to be a chair in the center of the tent. What looks to have probably been where Deb was. And yeah, I'd say that's about that. You got a 19 or 20?
20.
20.
I got a 21 on my tent.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give you one more thing, Grimold. You find in one of the lanterns a burnt edge of a paper, as if someone ripped something up and put it into the fire. Looking at it, you see it. I'm actually gonna have you roll one more investigation check on this one.
Okay.
As for you, Zook, you go to check out a tent. Where are you at?
Also, everyone take 88 gold.
Zook, that tent really has nothing in it. It's nearly completely empty, save for a couple scraps of like bones and food and stuff like that.
Do I see Grimold find the piece of paper?
I don't know. Are you hiding it, Grimold?
No, not at all.
Yeah, you see him.
Okay. I'm going to walk over.
All right. What did you get, Grimold?
13.
13. It's tough to make out what it seems to be for. You notice it's the edge of. You notice some buildings on it, but other than that, you can't really tell.
Okay. I found this in the fire, but I can't quite discern what it is. And I'll hand it over to Joe.
Okay. What do you want for that? What roll?
Investigation.
Not great at those. 8.
It's typical. It's it's a scrap, so it's tough to piece this together. But yeah, you're not really sure.
I think we take this to the others and see if maybe they understand or know what this might be.
It might make more sense with other clues. Hopefully the rest of the party is having better luck than us.
Yes.
Okay.
So I went to this medium tent on the left there, and I rolled a 4.
4 on your perception?
You pooped in the tent.
Investigation.
Investigation. So you walk into the tent. This tent has nothing in it. It's completely empty, save for the remnants of a little fire pit. There's really nothing in here.
Cool.
I rolled an 8 on my tent.
8. You walk into that one, and there's just some scraps of garbage. Nothing interesting.
Okay.
Aldous got a 10 on his tent.
Aldous, you walk into this one. Your rolls suck. You see another little fire pit. Nothing, not like a big bonfire like the one that was out there, but it's just like a little personal one, just to kind of give some heat. It is cold down here in this cave. You're underground in the winter, so like there's it gets a little chilly. There was a 10 on perception or investigation?
Perception.
Perception. Okay, roll an investigation check for me.
Sure.
Oh, no.
8.
The fire has not been burned in a while now. There was
survival to see how long.
There was furniture here, but you're unsure of what happened to it. It doesn't seem to have been dragged out, and that's really all I can give you.
Yeah, okay. Nothing intense.
I want to go look at this one.
You walk into that one. Just some scraps, a couple pieces of silver that someone dropped, 2 pieces of silver, but other than that, nothing.
I'll scoop them up.
Ben, Father Demetrius and I used Pearl Power, so it's in chat.
Okay.
That's a little one. That's a real little one.
Who's gonna check out the little tent?
I mean, I can go. I'll go check all the tents.
Varys is going to check out. Varys and Tyler are going to check out the little tent.
Isn't Varys like the super perceptive one? Maybe we should have him go check all of them.
I'll go up to the top left one.
All of these tents, guys, you go in and there's just some trash. Maybe like someone left like a little bit of like a shit bucket there. But nothing interesting in any of the little tents.
I'm curious where Nardo would have stayed. Do any of these tents look like slightly, what's the word I'm looking for? Like Goldilocks, like not too small, not Deb Troskel's tent, but like right in the middle.
Yeah, the two bigger ones that aren't the size of Deb's, but the other two around here seem to be kind of like nicer tents. There's a lot more room. Each of these little small tents are like about 5 feet long, 6 feet long. Like there's really not a lot of room to move around in these. The other bigger ones, there's a bit more room to rock around, so they would have been given to more important people.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Zane and as he's outside this tent say, it is not that I do not trust you. It is just I need to find out where Nardo is. And this seems like it might be his tent or that other one. Do you mind if I take a second look?
Sure.
I don't want to see.
I feel like he would stay in the big tent, but you're free to do as you wish.
I don't know that Deb would let him, but maybe. Okay, so perception check when I get in there.
Sure.
Good luck beating my 4.
That's not great.
11 perception check.
Shit.
Like I said, this is kind of like the most empty of all of them. There is a little fire pit in here. And that's about it.
Okay. I'm gonna go back out to everyone that and Grimold, you're the one that had the piece of paper, correct?
And I gave that to you.
Okay. Grimold and I found this scrap of paper, but neither of us were able to determine what it might be. Can anybody else possibly get any information from this? Grimold, was there anything about it in particular that you had noticed? I could not even get anything out.
I noticed what seems to be a couple of buildings on it, but that is it.
I would consider that help if someone wants to look at it.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, if that's an investigation, someone else do it.
Maybe
13 plus.
That with the help?
Oh yeah, that's right. 13 plus investigation of 8. 21. 21.
Okay.
There you go. You look at it, and while there's really like not a lot that you notice, you notice the way the buildings are arranged on that, and you see a G. And along with that, you notice just on the edge of the paper, there seems to be like a drawing of something just completely straight going through it. It seems to be the remnants of some sort of map of the area around the gate. You can see that it seems to be Gate Road, which is what the road is called that leads from the gate straight up to District 1.
I relay that.
Very interesting. Maybe they took that passage that Sinrig and Zane found that there was a way out. Maybe they found a way to the other side of the gate. I have a feeling that this crossfires that was mentioned to Leon before is some sort of attack or plan or ploy
that the gang is arranging on the day the gates open tomorrow.
Perhaps a scheme.
A scheme, a plot, a ploy. What are other synonyms?
Yeah, I went in that other tent.
Caper.
Caper.
I went in that other tent. There was nothing there. Like one or two kind of like small things, but. So I think maybe we know what's going to happen now. There's going to be a plan up there, so we should probably go. Yeah.
I agree.
I'm kind of pissed because I still can't go home.
I'm sorry.
It won't be long before I can get you home. I just need to, get back to my old self. I need to feel like I'm only 200 years old again.
I was going to say, we may be able, if we can find somebody to give us more answers about this, maybe we can find somebody to give you answers.
Well, Lise was the guy who was supposed to give me answers, but now we can talk to him.
I'm sorry, I really thought that spell would work.
Yeah, so did I. Can you still bring him back? We just have to kill him again.
It's been longer than a minute. Unfortunately, I cannot now. Doubtless it would not work without whatever that dagger took from him.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to look harder then.
Well, Nardo was the one that had him, that was working with him. Maybe Nardo would have some more answers.
That seems to be the only lead I have, so... Let us go to the gate, yes, everybody?
Yep.
This sounds like a good option.
I mean, that's where I'm gonna go, because I gotta talk to that guy. Don't kill this one so fast, okay? Just don't use the dagger. How about you can punch him to death. Don't use that knife.
I do not want to use this
Just
dagger.
leave that knife. Just don't even use it.
Oh yeah, if someone needs a dagger, wants a dagger, there was a pretty dope one on his person. Just let me know.
I don't need it. I'm okay.
I have no use for daggers.
If no one else wants it, I would take it, but it would not be of direct use.
In case we come into some more, what are those blob things called?
Black puddings?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and take it. It's a +1.
Okay.
All right. So you guys think we can take that hole? Because there's nowhere else around here to get out, right?
We didn't see like any presence of the Lords of Hell in 11, right? Because that would be the only thing that would make sense.
No, you didn't see them.
Yeah, so they were not in 11 when we were up there. So it seems they found another way.
The tunnel leading out, though, that's, if I'm not mistaken, would lead outside the wall. Yes, is that we want to go outside the wall?
We want to get to the gate at 10 and 11.
Yes. So Ben, right? The tunnel. We were at a point where we were south of where the gate would be, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so the tunnel, I believe, will be outside the wall. To get to 10 and 11, we will want to go back up and around.
Oh, well, do we not want to go out the tunnel to see where they went?
I just want to make sure I misunderstood. I want to
you're
make sure everyone understands we will end up outside of the city. Yes.
You also didn't see any tracks going down that tunnel.
Also, I didn't see any tracks going down this tunnel. So.
All signs indicate that they plan to do something at the gate opening ceremony tomorrow.
Did he teleport them?
I think that is the only way they left. Sinri, do you see any tracks around here?
Yeah, can I look for tracks?
Roll
like
perception check.
Leaving, yeah.
I will help you look.
Do we have time for a short rest? I don't know. Time frames here.
Oh, 26.
I'm good, but if you want, I mean,
I can get my action surge back.
A 26, Senrig. You notice that around the bonfire, there's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of tracks of people standing in a circle. Like, well, it seems to be like next to each other, next to each other, next to each other, next to each other, next to each other.
Like ritualistic.
Yeah.
Yes. They were all around this fire. Weird. That
yeah,
No.
A couple of them are seem to have left like deeper tracks, implying they were holding heavy things.
And no tracks leaving from those positions then?
No.
Yeah.
They're
They
just
must
there.
have teleported or something.
Ah. Okay. Well,
Sounds like we go back the way we came in.
yes, I think it is better not to go unless somebody really thinks that we should. It seems that is uncharted territory. I do not feel as comfortable as I do moving through Aldus-Ville.
So, are we going to check the other tunnels then, or just head straight back?
The great opening is tomorrow, for the record.
I don't think we have time to check these other tunnels. I think we go back, get to the gate road, and stake it out. See if we can find something.
I agree.
What out of character? What is Hedgewitch's fly speed? Like, how quickly could your owl fly down one of those tunnels and check?
She flies. I mean, Joe could keep pace.
I was gonna say I can, but
Yeah, I mean, I think we have our answer. I was just saying if we wanted to throw it out there.
Here again later. These tunnels are not leaving. You said they'd been around forever.
It was a long time, yes.
And I am definitely eager to explore outside this city, but I need to find a way to get home first. And that way is right now the best bet is Nardo or Deb, since I cannot go to the government anymore. Because nobody is believing this, and I pull out the aboleth head.
Rotted at this point. It's like the eyes are gone.
I went to Father Demetrius twice during the month, and he cast General Repose on it. 10 days.
We talked about it.
He actually did message about that.
You didn't tell me.
I'm sorry. It's hard mode, man. Figure it out. No,
So
perhaps we can check with Nardo first.
So
Would we have time for that?
So when we're having this wonderful conversation, this is considered a short rest, right?
You would need to rest for an hour, so it needs to be agreed upon by everyone.
Agreed?
I feel like we'll
It'll
have.
get me extra attacks. That's why I'm doing it.
We didn't encounter anything on the way in, so I can hear myself. So it should be fine.
We can hear you, Mark.
Are we expecting trouble before the ceremony?
Once again, the ceremony is tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I murder somebody, I try to take a little nap of poo afterwards. So
I don't think it's as wise to rest down here, but you guys know this place more than I do.
what do you guys think? Good.
I would prefer to not remain. I mean, if nothing else, we should get back to the hideout.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Getting hideout is quite a walk from here. Just so you guys know, it's gonna be a good 6-7 hours walk.
All right. Well,
that is the
What
way
if
we're
everyone
going, right?
comes back to my clinic?
What?
I just thought it would be a quick little hangout, but
What did you, Varus? What did you say?
If everyone came back to my clinic, is it closer?
Yeah, it'd be a couple hours.
It's closer than the hideout.
The hideout is underneath District 5.
Where
You are
is?
currently
My
underneath.
clinic is in District 11.
Which is where we kind of need to be, anyways.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, that works.
This clinic. Would we have seen it when we were spending all that time in 11?
Yeah, I guess you probably would have run into Varus here and there and heard about it. I don't know why he didn't tell you, but yeah, no, you're like
Because I didn't have a chance.
He's just he bought a little building and
Now
employed.
he's telling us now.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
So I bought a clinic. It's a wonderful little brick and mortar.
Your accent changed.
I bought a clinic. It's a wonderful little brick and mortar building. I also have an employee. His name is Kenneth. Kenneth is also a medical person. I don't know. And then I also have Dino. I'm sorry, I have two.
Oh, we got to talk about this.
Oh.
That's extra money, bro. I thought you were paying for Dino. All right. It's all right.
Oh, Dino's free labor because he's learning.
Oh,
You don't have to
I
pay
like
interns.
that.
He still needs a
Yeah.
job because the districts are closed.
I'm paying him with knowledge. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Can he
Unpaid
eat knowledge?
He's getting exposure, okay? He's getting exposure.
He can just borrow some money from his parents, okay?
It's an unpaid internship.
Yeah,
What, he didn't have a
Ben-
savings?
Ben, we'll talk out the price later. Anyways, I have this
Like, he can just
wonderful little
cash out-
clinic. It's a free clinic for the poor to come and get better. And donations are welcome, by the way. Always accepting.
I would be more than happy.
Just take a little bit extra money out of his trust. Why not?
There's a sign on Varys' clinic that says we're hiring rock stars. We're looking to improve.
So you guys get moving then?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
do it. I love this. I love this idea.
I'm gonna give you the 88 gold we got and be like, this is for your clinic.
So, you all make your way back to District 11, walking across the rocky wasteland of the south side of the Undercity, and making your way back to the ladder to climb your way up and up, all the way through the tunnel, out to the top, and back into the little alley. At this point, it's about evening. You guys had left in the morning. It's about evening now. It's cold, a balmy 32 degrees as you are up on the it's Fahrenheit. We're in America.
Freedom units.
32 freedoms.
I took the time to wipe off my face before we left the sewer.
That's fine. You had plenty of time.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like an hour rest that you did that during.
Alec, calm down.
I need an hour. I need an hour.
I don't know if we're gonna kill something in the rest of the day.
I
but
get
I need
itchy.
an
I
hour.
get itchy with this new blade.
You all very carefully and quietly make your way through 11 all the way to Varus's new clinic. You walk in.
Wait, what does it say? What's the name of the clinic?
It says clinic.
Ooh, no.
Ooh, I love it.
Crushed it.
We're really not going for flavor here. We're really just going for you need help, come here.
Yes.
As you walk in, Dino's there and he sees you and he goes, "Oh, hey there, Mr. Varus. Oh, hey there, Mr. Demetrius."
He shouldn't be able to recognize me.
Oh, I thought you came to him as you looked, though.
As you are.
Oh, that's right. As
As you want him.
in
to
the
be.
yeah, that's right.
He's chill, man. He's cool. He ain't gonna talk.
Okay,
Chill.
that's
He better not talk.
right. Because if he does,
Who's that internship?
Hey,
yeah, we'll end the free internship without paying him.
hey,
Oh,
this,
wait.
this guy came by. He was looking for you, and I told him you weren't here. Try come back tomorrow. But I just want to let you know.
Right. Did you happen to ask for his name?
No. But he was an elf. And he actually has an accent. He's an elf, and he had a glazed look in his eyes, and had some white robes on him.
Glazed look, shine.
I guess you get what you
Oh,
pay
no.
for.
No, I've seen lots of shine people. He wasn't like that.
So he was an elf wearing white robes with a glazed look in his eyes.
Yeah, like his eyes were like how did you say, glassy.
Can I make a
yeah, I was gonna say
intelligence
sounds
check on
educated.
that? I don't know.
He's
Or
saying he's saying like roll an intelligence check.
He looks like
Yeah,
he's blind. Right?
Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, no, yeah.
Looks like he's blind.
Blind.
Oh, well, fuck. All right.
The stupid one.
It's D&D. Glazed look can mean so many things.
You're right. You're so right.
All right. All right. So he didn't leave a name, and he said he would contact us tomorrow.
I told him to come back tomorrow. He probably will.
I certainly hope so. Next time, ask for a name. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm just gonna finish cleaning up some stuff. Do you need anything?
Did you finish all of your chores for the day?
Yes, sir.
Then no.
Okay, well then just finish what I was working on, and then we'll be good. And he runs off. You guys are alone now.
This is a
Hey, Josie, you could probably take an hour.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that.
He's just like sharpening his greatsword.
Jeez.
Varys, this is a wonderful little clinic that you have here.
It's a trashy little shack. He
mean,
paid very little. He paid very little gold for it.
It's.
I have grown up in Aldus-Ville. It's fine.
Fair enough.
Trash is what we did buy.
I think it certainly gets the job done. It's better than me running around with a cart around the district.
It is nice for the poor and the sick to have a safe haven in a place that is so volatile.
Yeah. I would agree. I don't know where Kenneth is. He must have gone off somewhere.
Kenneth left for the day.
Hello,
Kenneth left for
Nicholas.
the day.
How's the hand?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Ben?
Kenneth left for the day.
Oh, right. Well, I guess we have no patients, so Kenneth left for the day. He's the other medical personnel and staff. He's all right.
So blind elf, you said, right, Ben?
Yeah.
Does this ring any bells of anybody that I've noticed or seen in Aldus-Ville?
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh, I'm bad at those.
Yeah, the guy from the prison
What guy from what prison?
when we were held captive
When were we held captive?
by the white robes.
What guy? There was a guy in that prison?
Yeah, there was.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, there was a
yeah.
blind-
It was
there were-
mostly my role playing though, like me and Varys. So you might have.
There were-
met
Oh,
them.
I don't remember that. Was
Yeah,
I
there
still?
were 2 or 3 guards that were. I think there were 2. One was blind. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you say
there was one who was
So
blind.
like,
Oh,
don't have
sorry.
to do an intelligence check.
Yeah, the blind elf, that guy, he was from the place where we couldn't cast spells, or he couldn't hear us from the ring, couldn't hear us, the aboleth.
I mean, we were held captive. by-
Yeah, the white robe guys,
Yeah.
Gilgax's man. He's probably working with Gilgax.
So he is in town for the thing tomorrow.
Well, he's probably in town. He said he wouldn't hunt us. He seems like he's sending people after us.
Maybe.
I'm
or-
gonna kill this guy the next time I see him.
If he was sending people after us, he would not simply ask around.
Listen,
Perhaps he would send an invisible stalker or something worse.
said he would not hunt us down. He's now hunting us down. Deal over. I'm killing him.
He is not hunting, he is sending a messenger.
I'm gonna put an arrow in that guy's eyes.
Varys, I do not remember much of this man. Did you speak with this man when we were held captive?
Briefly, I think he was eating at a table, and I ate with him. Dozer did not, because Dozer does not eat.
I don't eat.
Because he's a robot. We're all supposed to say it at the same time.
But he seemed like a charming fellow, to say the least.
And did you tell him about your work in Aldus-Ville?
I did not. In fact, I didn't even own this little place at the time. But I'm assuming he means well.
That's a big assumption.
I mean, he let the boy live, so that's a plus.
But he's blind. I don't think he could do much, What's he gonna do?
I don't know how he fucking found this place, being blind, to be honest. So there's more.
Well, he probably asked where the clinic was, and luckily you named your clinic, so.
But it's not written in Braille outside. How did he know?
Magic. It's magic. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. He gets around with magic.
It's D&D ADA.
Is that Kenneth?
Kenneth, is that you?
No, I assume he means well, because we're still here.
He did not know the nature of your work, though.
I'm assuming he's well informed.
Okay. needs help. Or maybe not.
Kind of my guess. I'll be paying attention tomorrow before the ceremony, see if he comes back. Maybe he needs something.
In the meantime, what time is it?
Game time.
Cool time.
No. Time for you to get a watch. Damn, son.
Got him.
Shit. Fucking got you.
No, but really though, does anybody know what time it is?
It's like in the evening. It's about 5-6 o'clock.
All right. Well, I'm going to get, an ale, some food, and I'm gonna take a nap and get ready for
Wait, you
tomorrow.
need some ale?
Oh!
Oh shit!
It's been fermenting for a whole month.
Yeah.
That's some strong shit.
No, we can assume that I would have probably
No, yeah.
done a new batch.
All right, I'm gonna drink some of Joe's ale.
Yeah. Anybody else? Would you like some?
I definitely would, and then I'm probably gonna go shopping before tomorrow.
I would, but I can't.
Tyler, you're muted.
Because he's a robot. Oh,
yeah, because
I'm a robot.
Varys, I would like to offer to you first for your hospitality.
I actually don't consume alcohol.
Wow, Joe. Wow.
Record of sobriety you could have had.
No, it's not because I can't drink alcohol. It's just it costs money. And I don't want to.
Oh, you don't.
I've got
you don't
some
drink.
water. So, yeah.
We have some old turnips in the fridge. Is that good for you? You can have my girlfriend's Nuva ring. Is that good for you? Is that good for you?
I know you don't drink.
I know you don't drink.
This does not cost any money, Varys. This is she made it.
This is
So
free.
it's like artisan ale, like his fans.
All right, I'll try a little bit of. Yeah. I hold out a little wooden cup.
Like a small
Just
bag.
peer pressured this poor elf into drinking.
He does not.
When was the last time you drank?
It was probably about 80 years ago.
Oh God! You can get this little poor elf drunk. All right.
Off the wagon now.
Back in the summer of 15.
It was
All
a
right.
rager. I was young.
So, you all hang out, drink, and reconnect. Does anyone want to do anything tonight, or are we just gonna go straight to along?
I step out the door of the clinic and I take off my hat and I look at it just sadly, glumly. I take a peek in through the window at how big Aldus's hat is. And then I go to the marketplace to go shopping for the I wrote it down. The hat of wait, where's it at? Shit, I'm gonna have to find it for you. A magic hat. It's an uncommon.
The hat
You're not gonna find any magic items in 11.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch! All right,
Not good shopping in 11.
Go shopping for the hat of
5.
bigness.
fine. I just go buy a regular hat, not magic, but really, really fucking big.
All right, you make it over to Market Row as everyone's kind of like getting ready to close up. It's cold, like I said, and the sun's gone at this point, so everyone's kind of looking to go. But there's still a few people up and about. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
It's the hat of really tall.
13.
His head is really tall.
You managed to find a little stand run by a dwarf, and you see it's got all sorts of scarves and little caps and things of that nature. You approach him. He looks at you anyway. Oi, nice hat.
It is a nice hat. It's actually the biggest hat in my group, but not by a big enough margin.
Any bigger, you might fall over.
That's a chance I'm willing to take.
Well, I don't know if I have a hat that big. But how about this? I can take the hats I have, I can sew them, and then I can sew them to the top of your hat.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I'll take it.
Let's do it.
Shouldn't be much longer. You count all that up. I'll count up all these hats. 20 gold. Sound fair?
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'll take it.
Dwarf gets all the hats and begins stacking them one by one. He's a natural craftsman, you can tell, as he just begins to kind of run the thread through each hat until finally he gets a stack of hats about this big. And he goes, and now I just need your hat. He puts it on top, and then he just kind of runs the thread through a couple times. And he goes, he just kind of looks at it for a second. He's like, one sec. He goes into his cart, and he takes out a tub of paste and sets it down and takes a brush off. And he goes, this is just to make sure they don't fall wibbling around. We're going to make it nice and stiff, right? And paints the sides of the hats down with paste. And it's like a white Elmer's paste, but he's like, don't worry, it'll dry clear. And goes through and looks at it. He's like, oh, I like that. All right, let's try it on. And sets it on you. And then he gets a piece of glass and breathes into it and just kind of steps back and shows you yourself in the mirror. He goes, what do we think?
Could be bigger.
Could be bigger, but I don't have any more hats.
Listen, I have a special order I'd like you to find me, and I'll be back. You seem like you know your way around a hat. I would like you to find me this hat, and I hand him a piece of paper.
This hat.
That hat.
You text me later, whatever the fucking hat is.
Yes.
As he looks at it and he goes, I know what I can do. And he folds it up.
What's your name, hat man?
Come back in a week. My name's Leaf.
Leaf the hat man.
Nice.
You're a hero, Leaf. This is art on my head. This is not just craftsmanship. This is above. This is beyond. And more importantly, it's going to be emasculating.
Now I can get to work, but I should know you. The great opening's tomorrow, and that's just going to be good for business. So I can't get to work on it until the next day. Unless, of course, my costs were to be covered for tomorrow.
What's that looking like?
I must have made about 100 gold sales day. Getting everywhere.
You must not know who I am. I'm Zonk. I'm Zonkeric.
Zonkeric?
The one and only.
You perform at that Zin Arkansas, right?
I did, and you know what? He's a great opener.
Oh, he sucks. But you were fun. I liked you.
The bird's still alive, and I'm gonna have all sorts of places to hide that fucker now.
Tell you what, let's do, to be fast, since I like your act, let's say 90 gold.
I like your act.
Plus the cost of the hat, of course.
Plus the cost of the hat.
Right. Deal?
Do you want the 90 now?
I prefer it.
Okay, let me go ahead and click the button.
Oh, Sati, kill me.
Shakes your hand. He goes, all right. Let me see what I can find. I'll get back to you. And he starts to pack up his cart. And he goes, just starts whistling. He goes, off to District 5. And pushes away.
Bitch.
And then flashback to the clinic, and I say, hey, Aldus, did you see this novelty gigantic hat? Did you want this?
Yeah,
that sounds great.
No, all right. So, now did I say that? I black out when I'm NPCs. Make it nice and stiff like. Did I? Anyway.
I black out when I'm NPCs. I love that.
So you make your way back to the clinic. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do tonight before they rest?
I just use that purple pear.
All right. Then as you guys sit, relax, and reconnect, and I think maybe begin to discover that you don't hate each other as much as you remember you hated each other. You all eventually gather into the back room of Varus's clinic and pass out in your little sleeping bags. And that is where we will end today's session.
Hey!
Good sash.
That was a really good sash.
That was fucking awesome, guys.
I murdered the fuck out of that guy!
You did.
You made a fucking mockery of that guy. I was like, D&D Beyond is like, this encounter will kill a party of 9, and you laughed in Beyond's face.
Well, you did also give us free reign on uncommons as well.
Well,
so.
but you know what? Here's the thing. I thought that too, which is why the first bearded devil I added, it said deadly. The second bearded devil I added, it said deadly. And the third I added said deadly. So it was deadly with 1. With 3, it was a nightmare, apparently, but they fucked up. But that's okay, because it was still a good encounter, and I think, and still had good stakes and set up a lot of fun stuff. So we're really excited to see what's next. Next week, we're going to get to the great opening, so that should be fun. To everyone who was watching us on Facebook, we're sorry about the little technical difficulties. We are going to try and figure out what happened, but we may have to just stick with Twitch right now. And that's okay, because we love Twitch.
Yeah.
So, without any further ado, please, everyone, stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Do what you can to be there for each other. And as always, Sundays are for D&D. Good night.
Bye.